Waynesville. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Live from the Ingalls studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog see! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh, my God. The Jets killed him.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy here on ESPN Asheville. It's heard everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. You can see us everywhere on YouTube. Just go to the sportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel. You can join us in the chat for whatever frivolity is coming our way today.
Yeah, I mean, has anybody else looked around their office today and just thought, man, you know, I've worked with you people for so long, and what exactly is it you say you do here? I mean, I'm not saying I did that.
No,
I just asked if you have.
Surely not. There are matches in my pocket, though. It's one of those days. It's one of those days, but guess what? It's going to be an even better day because guess what tonight is?
Wrestling, baby!
AEW Dynamite. That's right. We got wrestling in town tonight. And we're going to have a whole lot of fun at the Asheville, Harrah's Cherokee Center, Asheville.
Oh,
I was watching old school wrestling last night. I can't help it. I cannot help it. I had to watch.
How old school did you go?
Oh, I went pretty old school. I did watch the beginning of Super Brawl 3, which was held here in Asheville.
Super Brawl was
Super
Brawl was great.
Oh, it was great. I have watched the Sting versus Vader strap match so many times in my life that I didn't really need to watch it. The only reason I watched the opening was so that I could hear Jesse Ventura go, "Oh, Tony Schiavone, we are here in the Mecca of Redneckville, North Carolina."
Did you know I can hold my breath underwater for 9 minutes?
I didn't know that they had TVs here in Hickville.
That's actually how he started Super Brawl.
And that's exactly how he started Super Brawl. We'll never forget it. One of my first greatest memories of professional wrestling, especially live, being there in the building for the strap match was amazing. Now, last night I treated myself to a throwback of Beach Blast 93, which was Sid Vicious and Big Van Vader.
Oddly enough, that's the same name of a title I watched last night that had nothing to do with professional wrestling.
It was Sid Vicious and Vader. I don't remember what they called themselves, the originators of the Power Bomb or something like that was their little name. And then they were facing the Superpowers, which was Sting and his red, white, and blue face paint, and Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog. Or don't call him the British Bulldog, just call him Davey Boy Smith, yeah. Well, see, he had come over, and Vince wouldn't let him take British Bulldog with him, so he only went by Davey Boy Smith there for a while. But anyway, so I watched that. I also watched the match where Hogan turned at Bash at the Beach with the Outsiders against it was the Outsiders and the mystery guest against the three, Lex Luger and Sting and Macho Man.
You go back and watch that one and go, how did more people not figure this out? Oh, because Bobby the Brain Heenan's like, there he is. He's coming to save the day. And then he doesn't touch anybody.
Right.
And Macho's just laying out, sprawling out across the mat. It's like, how does no one see this leg drop coming?
Yeah.
How does this surprise every person in this arena? But it did.
It's a nice little Mean Gene Okerlund throwback there for you at the end of Bash at the Beach. And then I started to watch the King of the Ring where Bret Hart won 3 matches in one night. But my wife came in and I was like, you can have the television. I won't make you watch wrestling from the 1990s for the 40th time. Because, that's what living with me is like. You never know what dumb thing from the past I'm going to be relishing in today.
I watched the In Your House where Shawn Michaels slid in on the
wire.
The wire.
Yeah, where he ziplined down to the ring. Yeah.
I still remember to this day the day that I was like, that's cool, I want to do that. And my dad looked at me and went, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
Because that line's not going to hold quite as taut with you as it does with him. For you, that's going to be more of a you.
Yeah.
You're going to get to the bottom of that and go, I'm out of momentum. Somebody get a stick and push me.
Anyway, old school wrestling, it's in our blood, and it'll never leave us. And then she made me watch a documentary on Martin Short, which was really good, but it was quite the content flip there for the evening. Anyhow, we're all just, getting ready for tonight. AEW 10-man tag match at the Harris Cherokee Center, Asheville. And then we will also have a title match tonight, Darby Allin. This will be my first opportunity to see him live, which I'm really excited about. I like those little dudes that can just jump all over the place. He's pretty good. AEW tonight, you can still get your tickets at the box office, or I'm sure you can still buy tickets online as well. AEW Dynamite tonight at the Harris Cherokee Center, Asheville. We have the schedule release coming tomorrow. Finally, the NFL schedule release will be here. Jeremy will have a special live coverage on the YouTubes of the schedule release.
Me, Bill Workman, and anybody else that wants to join in, more than welcome. We're just going to quick analyze the biggest games, and then Tank and I are off on Friday. He has to have a follow-up done.
No, I have to actually have the test that I'd scheduled at the wrong office.
I was going to give you some far more credit than that, but,
you don't have to.
I guess you live by the never lie to your audience.
Exactly.
So.
I mean, my stupidity is on display for everyone to see.
I scheduled an appointment. I called my dentist and asked for a proctological exam, and they let me come in. They cleaned my teeth. It was nice. But it didn't change.
Yeah. What I needed to get done did not get done.
We still have the question. Polyps? Question mark? Don't know.
We'll find out June 11th. I'm sure I'll tell you all about that fun little venture. You've already had one, though. So,
stress it? No.
The
other thing? Yeah.
The other I'm going in for next month.
The stress test that you're getting ready to do, I don't know what that is. It's supposed to check his heart and see how much stress he can take. So what I asked is, can I be the one that stresses him out? Because I know how to stress him out. I know all the pain points.
Yeah. So, anyhow, that'll be coming up on.
Tank, your wife called and she asked what a Post-it note is.
Now I have to tell the story. So yesterday, I left some notes at home that were on Post-it. Everybody knows how much I love my Post-it notes. I've got like 4 colors of Post-it notes over here.
I still have fever dreams of Post-it notes.
So I had a couple of Post-it notes that had some pertinent information that I needed to complete my tasks for the day yesterday. And so I sent my wife a text message, and I said, hey, I ran out of the house without the 2 Post-it notes that are on the bedside table. Could you please take a picture of those and send it to me? And she was like, yeah, I'm driving right now. I'll do it when I get home. So she gets home, and I get 3 pictures. And the 3 pictures, one is of one of those big, it's the big block end of a power cord with the 2 little prongies and the big thing. Mm-hmm. And then the 2 other pictures she sent me were of her holding the other end that had the little adapter on the end of it. Mm-hmm. And I just sent back, what the blank is that? And she goes, what? And I said, I need pictures of the 2 Post-it notes that are on the side of the bed. And her only response to me was, LOL, I read it wrong. I'm not sure how you got power cord out of Post-its, but here we are. And this is the kind of that I deal with on a daily basis.
You know what?
So I am so glad that I get to spend 3 hours of my day with you knuckleheads here on the Radio Box talking about anything other than those things.
Well, if it makes anybody feel any better, I've spent my morning dealing with people that did not understand the Little Bunny Foo-Foo game. Little Bunny Foo-Foo hopping through the forest has 2 ears on his head. You bop him on the head, and then he's got 4. And they didn't understand the difference between 1 bunny foo-foo and 2 bunny foo-foo.
Okay. We know a 7th game now of the 2026 NFL schedule in Madrid, Spain. We will have the Cincinnati Bengals and the Atlanta Falcons. Week 9 of the season this year. So now we know who's playing in Melbourne. That's the 49ers and the Rams, week 1. We know who's playing in Rio, week 3, Ravens and the Cowboys. Madrid with the Bengals and the Falcons in week 9. We have Sunday Night Football week 1, Cowboys and the Giants. Monday Night Football week 1, Broncos and the Chiefs. And then Thursday Night Football week 2, we know that because what's the new stadium in Buffalo called?
New Era.
New Era Stadium. Will be opening in week 2 as the Bills host the Detroit Lions. And then week 12 on Thanksgiving, Cowboys hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. 7 games so far on the NFL schedule for next year. And, well, I mean, all the games are on the schedule. We just don't know who's playing who.
We just hadn't seen it yet.
Until tomorrow, right. Again, we'll keep watching the waiver wire or the news wires here if there is a new announcement coming. But for right now, that's all we have. 7 games, and then the full schedule release coming tomorrow night. Again, I urge everyone, unless you see it come out from a reputable source, do not believe a thing that you see over the next couple of days. Oh, wait, here we go. We got a new one. This one just came down, apparently. We have all of the international games now announced. I just saw this. I apologize.
The Colts and the Commanders in week 4.
Yep. Colts and the Commanders in London in week 4. Then you got the Jaguars back-to-back in London, weeks 5 and 6. They will face the Eagles first, and then the Houston Texans. Paris in week 7, we will have the Steelers and the Saints. Munich, Patriots and the Lions in week 10. And Mexico City, the Vikings and the 49ers in week 11. All right, so all international games are out there.
So the our business manager and our social media manager, one is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, one is a New Orleans Saints fan, and for about 4 minutes this morning, I got, "Can we go to Paris?" and I hate all my life. I hate it.
No.
So
I mean, y'all can,
no doubt,
on your own dime.
I went to NFL.com and
it was a fair question.
I showed this is the price per person just to get in the building. That does not include any form of airfare, anywhere to sleep. So if you want to swim to Paris and then sleep in on a park bed somewhere, it costs that many monies. And I love you all dearly. But no.
How many monies was it?
Oh, to get in the building?
Yeah.
$1,400.
Wow.
Per person.
That's a lot.
We have a 6-person staff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that won't be happening.
I don't know how good you are at math, but that is more monies than we have to spend. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I don't think they're going to invite Tank and I to be on the Paris announced team.
Although I would. I'd do it.
No doubt.
Absolutely. I mean, you're not going to like it.
Oh, I mean,
you're not going to like the comedy that comes out of that.
That makes me think we should just cut a promo to the NFL right now of this is what you could have in Paris. First line that comes to my head. I've always wanted to wee on camera. NFL in Paris.
It's a wee. That's not bad. That's not bad. There'd be a lot of surrender jokes made.
No doubt.
Some references to freedom fries. And that's about it. I am so just already spent with today.
Oh, I'm done. You know what? We're going to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs and the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, that's right.
They're two-a-days today.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about some other stuff around the football world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still resisting the urge to just wax poetic about the 2027 NFL draft class, but Tank keeps telling me no.
What was that? I missed it. Sorry.
Waxing poetic about how good next year's draft is.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, it's
so good.
2027 draft. I'm seeing a lot more chatter on the old Facebook here about people trading away their picks in fantasy football for next year. And there's a bunch of them. There's a whole bunch of them that are like, hey, I just traded this first-round pick for next year. You probably shouldn't have done that.
Disagree to a point.
Really?
There are a lot of dudes next year. There's probably 2 first-round running backs. There's at least 7 first-round quarterbacks. There are 2 receivers that are just hammers. Yeah, I'm not.
Which is like, which again is next year is going to be chock full, even of fantasy relevant players.
Yeah, but there's still a high side. There's could end up being the best player on your team. We go about 9 deep.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I get it.
That's what I'm saying. Well, why would you trade those picks?
Oh, why is the team trading them away?
Right.
I don't understand.
That's the point I was trying to make. Was like a lot of people are out there giving up 2027 first round picks in fantasy football, and that is
stupid. Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't do that. That's a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Especially one that just gave up what he described was going to be likely a high 2027 first round pick for Cam Scatterbo. And I went, you lose. I mean, I don't even care who you take. Like, you lose. You could probably take a third rounder next year in the first round with that number 3 overall pick and still lose.
Yep.
It's not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. So, what's on your mind today? What's your
pro wrestling?
Well, I mean, other than that, I mean, hell, if you want to, we can launch into it. We just do top 300 wrestlers of all time right now, and just
let's go.
The next 3 hours done. Dunsky.
Oh,
now we got 2-a-days to get to. We can't do all that.
No, we can't. Although, it would be better than remocking the 2024 NFL draft. So.
Yes.
And this, boys and girls, has been what you call a behind-the-scenes opener, where not everything we just said made sense. But we enjoyed it a lot.
We did. We'll be back here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville right after this.
Champions don't disappear. They reload. And the 2026 Atlanta Braves are ready.
Chopping toward another playoff run. The Mountains home for Braves baseball, ESPN Asheville. Brought to you by Parks Ford of Hendersonville.
Hello, I'm Robert Smigel. I did lots of things. Cartoons on SNL, Conan stuff, Triumph the Insult Comic Dog, some movies. But now I'm past my peak. So I'm hosting a podcast, Humor Me with Robert Smigel and Friends. Each week, me and my favorite comedians, writers, and whatnots help regular people just like you, presuming you're regular, who have some project or task that they'd like us to help make funnier.
Search Humor Me on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, family. That's family. Enter it now.
Log on to ESPNAVL.com to play, and good luck.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I like a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach. The best memories start on the ride.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! I'm David.
And I'm Christina.
And this is our Ingalls story.
Ginger's Revenge is a brewery located in Asheville, North Carolina that specializes in the production of hard ginger beer.
So we use all natural, whole ingredients, and I think that really sets us apart.
Ingalls is an amazing partner for us to work with. A lot of our fans know that they can go to Ingalls and find a lot of the flavors that we have available, and they just make it really easy for folks to purchase local products.
The Sportsocracy.
Who are we going to cheer for on Sundays now?
We are back in the Sportsocracy. We got nobody to cheer for on Sundays now. It won't be long.
I mean, I'm cheering for a lot of things, but they don't have anything to do with it.
Saturdays sometimes give us stuff to cheer for. Like we got Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey this week. That's going to be fun.
There are no losers in that fight.
I'm going to watch that one on repeat. 2027 NFL draft is chock full. Bill Workman says he only has 613 players already ranked for next year's draft. Oh, that guy's putting in. He's putting in the work. That's why he's got that name.
That's what we call him.
Exactly. Just putting in that work. Love it. Love it. What was this? Gary Burt said Jeremiah Smith will be a member of the Washington Commanders. I don't think he will.
If he is, then something went horribly wrong
I
this
was
year.
Say he's either coming off a horrid injury or the Washington Commanders are gonna suck way more than we think they will this year.
If Jeremiah Smith has 3 appendages left, he will not be drafted that low.
He got magic legs.
I don't think he needs all 4 of them. He could have 1 arm, and I still think he'd go in the top 10.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Stone Sports Podcast says some guy in one of his leagues, his dynasty leagues, just now traded for the 6th pick in the rookie draft and took Sadiq.
I don't mind that. I like Kenyon Sadiq a lot.
Well, I mean, you loved him before he was a Jet.
I did.
And now he's a Jet, and you really love him.
Yes.
even without a quarterback.
Kenyon Sadiq's like a really pretty girl that looked at me at a bar and said Farouk was the most underrated wrestler in WWE in the 90s. And I went, oh.
Mr. Florida State fan got real happy about that one.
You just went from pretty to oh boy.
Ron Simmons was quite underrated.
Great.
He could have been a star if he'd have got that push. But, unfortunately, it never came. Oh, Ron Simmons. Okay, anyway, enough reminiscing about 1990s.
I mean, I can't tell you that's going to be it for me, but...
Gary says we're trading the entire farm. Are you trading the stadium too? Because the stadium,
well, I mean,
the new
you would
one,
need to trade the new one because the old one's not getting you much.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to trade the new stadium and everything to get a pick high enough to be taking Jeremiah Smith in next year's draft, because he ain't going lower than 3, probably 4. How many quarterbacks? It'll depend on how many quarterback needy teams get up there.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's that hard to figure out who's going to be on the top of this thing.
No.
Because you have Miami, Arizona, and Cleveland are going to be picking pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if the Jets are picking at 3, let me go ahead and tell you, don't bother calling because it ain't going to happen.
Because you'll end up with Dante Moore this time?
I do find it funny that Dante Moore, he didn't enter this draft to get away from the Jets, and he may land right in the Jets' lap.
Mm-hmm. Was that the reason that he said no?
He said he wanted to come back to college, which I get. He's making a boatload of money.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think he was completely ready to play in the NFL.
Yeah,
but
I still feel like that's one of those that's one of those cases where if you're as talented as Dante Moore is, does it really matter if you're pro ready right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Especially when you go to a team like the Jets where he would have played immediately.
Okay. I keep thinking about that decision. Like, no, I'm coming back to school. Okay, well, that's all well and good, and I can respect that in most scenarios. However, you'd be the best quarterback in this class, in my opinion. But next year, he could be 8.
Overall or among quarterbacks?
I mean among quarterbacks.
No, he won't go that low. All right, look, this class is good, but let's calm down just a bit. Look, there are some definitive things that we know,
mm-hmm.
and then there are some up in the air things. I'll go ahead and tell you, Julian Say, Dante Moore, Arch Manning, C.J. Carr, and Lenora Sellers, they're short of something ungodly happening next year. They're going in the top 10. Then you get into it could happen. A lot of people like Maeva from USC way better than I do. I haven't seen it yet. I'm not saying I won't see it. I just haven't seen it yet. Sorsby's still up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm 99% sure he's going to be in a supplemental. And I implore the Jets, use a 3rd-round pick on him, please. Then you give him Jeremiah Smith and him and Smith and Omar Cooper and Kenyon Sadiq and Breece Hall.
How does that work? How does the supplemental draft work? Because I'm not
you mean
even
the process of getting in it, or
right,
the process of making selections.
Like how you make the select. How do you get your turn to come up? Is it like based on waivers or like?
It's based on the draft order from the previous year.
Okay.
So the way you get in it is that you have to lose eligibility. You can't just be kicked out of school. You have to not have eligibility.
No. I meant like for the teams.
I was explaining both at the same time.
Okay. All right.
So, because I've had a lot of people ask me, why is this different with Sorsby? Sorsby would have to be completely told by the NCAA, you cannot play here anymore, which I'm 99% sure is coming.
Mm-hmm.
That has to happen between the early entry deadline and the end of June.
Okay.
Because there's a cutoff there somewhere, but there's not a steadfast date. Because we don't always have them. Then there's no location for it. It's a conference call with the league. And they go round by round. So it would be the Raiders at 1, the Jets at 2, the Cardinals at 3. It's the exact same as the draft order from the previous year.
Okay.
And a team, if they want to make a selection, they will submit who that selection is in that round. Whoever does it the highest wins. So if in the 3rd round you get the Jets, the Browns, the Carolina Panthers, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Philadelphia Eagles, the Jets would win. If the Jets aren't in it, it would go to Cleveland. Cleveland wasn't in it, it would go to, I don't remember who else I say, Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And you just go down the line.
So you just mark it for that specific round?
Yes.
So is it like an email that they send out and go,
basically,
here, the first round is beginning. Name your player that you want to use a first-round pick on.
Yes. And every team will submit back pass. Once you pass,
right.
There's no change in your mind. Once you've passed, you all submit at the same time. You do it 7 times.
So the question would be
now, and there's another part of this too. If there's multiple players, this doesn't happen very often, but it could. you cannot submit two players in the same round. So if, for whatever reason, John Mateer wound up in this thing, you can't say, we'll take Sorsby or Mateer.
Right.
You have to go one or the other.
You have to declare.
So you have to prioritize it.
Right.
And then once they're gone, go on down the line.
So in this theory, a team like, I'm trying to think of a team. It's hard to find a team that would need a quarterback that would be at the end of the draft.
Philadelphia.
So Philadelphia, if they get into this next year, could theoretically
take Sorsby
in the second round before anybody else is ready, and then everybody's plans are screwed.
Yes.
Okay.
Bob Brown has been locked on that they're going to do that. Because Sorsby would be a perfect fit in Philadelphia for Sean Mannion. The only thing is that he would then be sitting behind Hurts and Tanner McKee, who Philadelphia did try to move in the offseason, didn't really get any takers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the question is, could you get the second-round pick back from somebody else? And then the question immediately becomes, well, then why did they not do it?
Right.
I had the option to give this. Why did I not do it then?
For Jalen Hurts, would anybody do that? Hey, you couldn't even trade Jalen Hurts, right? I mean, the number on that contract, they just signed it like a year ago, didn't they? Didn't they just give him like a 5-year deal?
Jalen Hurts is one of those guys that it's hard to explain to people. He signed a 2-year, $255 million deal.
Oh, okay.
179.3 guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they're locked in on him for the outs in 28 because most of the guaranteed money is in the next 2 years.
Dead money on that deal would be insane.
After 2 years, it's only $54 million, which tells you that it would be astronomical in the next 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Be 139 million, obviously not this year, but if they did it this year, be 139 million, be 107 million next offseason.
Right.
So I don't think that's going to happen. I think if it were to happen, they'd be rolling with Tanner McKee. They're not. But I mean, a team could, in theory, do that.
Right. Right.
But I mean, Sorsby's the one that right now is actively throwing a wrench into plans, because I'll bet you there are teams that are sitting back going, we don't think we're going to be picking in the top 8, which means we're probably not going to get the crack at saying Moore, Arch.
Ooh, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That's not a bad one.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Baker Mayfield edging out at the end of that contract.
But now the only thing you got to remember is that this draft happens in July. So
yeah,
this kid
it's late
shows
June.
up.
Yeah, sure.
This kid shows up for camp like, hi, guys. So if Tampa Bay does it, it becomes very awkward with Baker.
Sure it does.
If any of those teams do it with a legit standing quarterback, it becomes very awkward.
Right. We've only done this a couple of times in the league. And
supplemental draft?
Yeah.
Oh, we do it every.
Well, I mean,
almost every
but
year.
I mean, like where a guy is actually taken in the draft. Jalen Thompson was the last one in 2019 by the Arizona Cardinals,
who just signed the biggest free agent deal with the Dallas Cowboys in 14 years.
Mm-hmm. I would say probably the most recognizable, or to me, the most memorable is Terrell Pryor.
Sure.
Because I remember we all freaked out about Terrell Pryor.
Terrell Pryor and Brandon Sorsby that's going to be very similar.
Yeah.
Because a lot of teams were scared of Pryor, not that he had an outrageous amount of talent.
Mm-hmm.
And there were a lot of teams that were seriously considering him. If I remember correctly, I think like 10 teams submitted a third-round one.
I'm sure they did.
Because the Raiders they had one of the highest picks in that draft.
Mm-hmm.
But he winds up coming in there, and then it's so awkward because you basically just announced, hey, that's the future of the franchise.
Yeah. This was the kid that was I think he was – if he wasn't number one, he was top 5 recruit in both football and basketball.
He was the number one recruit in the country in football. He was in the top 25 in basketball. I want to say he was 24.
Mm-hmm. He was up there.
Funny thing is that he argued with a bunch of teams because he wanted to play football and basketball, and then never didn't play 1 minute of basketball at Ohio State.
Yeah.
I mean, well, we've had guys. Josh Gordon came into the league in this thing. Jalen Thompson that you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, going all the way back to Chris Carter.
That's a long time ago.
That was Rob Moore.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Rob Moore. Rob Moore was the funniest one ever because he was actually the one they changed the rules for. Because he graduated from school and he didn't make the declaration deadline.
Yeah.
He intended to enter the draft and didn't get his think of that now. A guy just forgets to submit his paperwork on time. That actually happened to a guy that wound up being a really good player. And
Yeah, the Jets gave up a first-round pick for him.
He's still a coach in this league, I think. I know he was.
He is. He is the wide receivers coach for the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, that's one I would love to have on the show. Rob Moore was one of my first favorite players in the NFL.
I was going to say, because he was taken in the 90 draft, so you would have been 6, 7?
In 90, I was 3. I was 7 when he was
that's
traded.
right.
Here's how big a nerd Jeremy is. I never actually realized these dates. Rob Moore got traded from the Jets, and I'm not looking this up.
Mm-hmm.
Rob Moore got traded from the Jets to the Arizona Cardinals for Ron Moore.
Okay.
Rob Moore for Ron Moore. Actually, I think he went by Ronald Moore, who was a running back, who was awful. I have hated the Jets low-key ever since then. Because at 8 years old, I knew how stupid what you just did was.
Mm-hmm.
And I was never not right.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's just one of those things that doesn't really happen all the time. So I'm glad you were able to clear that up for us, how that actually works.
Another fun story of Rob Moore that not a lot of people know. In the movie Jerry Maguire, the ESPN stock footage of Cuba Gooding Jr.'s player was Rob Moore.
Was Rob Moore.
Yeah, because he was 85. I don't remember what college they said he went to, but they used stock footage of Rob Moore and just took the name off the back of the jersey.
Nice.
We have our first super chat of the day.
Rod Tidwell.
That is the most useless knowledge you'll hear in any segment on radio today.
Show me the money, money. Show me the money. I like the cash.
It's from Red Sea, and it's a big old biggin. Said Arizona's slogans for 2026. Arizona, one of our two-a-day teams today. March for Arch.
That's a good one.
Less for more.
Okay.
I would say less is more, but selling for sellers.
Oh, no.
I can't say the next one. But that one's good.
Yeah.
Was for Darian Mensah.
We'll let the girl say it.
No, we can't do that either. You see what I'm saying?
Sorry, I just thought of a great shirt idea.
Or driving for car.
And I'm buying her one.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I'm afraid it has that saying on it, which I can't say.
It is. It's close. Driving for car. That was the last one.
Look, if you're a bad team, it's a great time to be a bad team.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, I tried to go through this exercise the other day of just how many teams next year will draft a quarterback.
9. I've already done it.
Are you sure? Because I think it's more. Because there's more than that in this class.
You know what?
And it's not in the first round.
You know what? That sounds like after we did our quarterback power rankings yesterday, it sounds like a fun exercise to tackle in the next segment.
Ooh, that is a good idea. We'll take a break here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville and the YouTubes. Check us out everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
All right, showers, thunder showers going to roll on in here as we head on through this evening, and it looks like we are going to see numbers get close to 78 degrees, so just be careful as you're traveling out and about this evening and early tonight. And overnight we will clear. It'll be breezy in upper 40s by Thursday morning. Much cooler day Thursday, sunshine, breezy, upper 60s. Friday morning in the upper 30s to low 40s, then mostly sunny near 80 later. A little warmer over the weekend. For the Weather Channel, Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
With iHeart, everything you hear is guaranteed human. That's why 78% of listeners trust their favorite radio host's product recommendations. If you manage a business or need to drive sales, that trust goes a long way. Call 844-844-iHeart. Again, that's 844-844-iHeart.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Because shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Most people out here think that taking care of one another is important. And most people would step up for a neighbor going through a tough time. Most people around here help out friends and family when they need it. But the funny thing is, most of us won't look for help when we need it. Talk to someone if you're struggling with mental health, because most people out here really care. Find more information at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
The iHeartRadio app now has presets, just like in the car. You're our number one. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the Mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
That red talkback mic on the free iHeart app, it's more powerful than it looks. One tap can get you in the conversation.
You guys, are you serious?
Enter to win something amazing.
That $1,000.
Or just a request.
What up?
Try it now. Just open the free iHeart Radio app.
When you're a grocery store, hunger has no place in your community. That's why at Ingalls, we donate over 2 million pounds of food every year to those who need it. It's the right thing to do, and we know you'd do the same. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Boy, you must be outside your mind.
The Sportsocracy.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. Unfortunately, we have another Jake Paul sighting. I get real angry when I see him. I don't know why. I just, there's something about his face that I wish someone else would break. I mean, I know I can't. I know that's not happening. But for some reason, he just has one of those. Am I wrong? Please let me know. Maybe we should do a poll on this. Should we set up the poll? How punchable is Jake Paul's face? Is it very much? Just a little bit? Is it average? Or is it like I would run through burning coals just for the chance to punch him in the face? Because there's no doubt that he does have a punchable face. But apparently, so he's behind the whole Rhonda Gina thing?
Yes,
and
he owns the company that's putting the fight on.
I don't like that. I don't like it at all. That'd have been a great picture if he hadn't have been in it, which is pretty much like every one of Jeremy's family photos.
The hell did I catch?
I don't know. I'm just burning it all down today. I don't know. What did you find today?
So this is one of the weirder stories I think I've ever seen, because nobody seems to want to confirm it, but nobody really is denying it either.
If Shaq is out sick or doing something.
Okay. Was that Mr. Garrison?
I think Mr. Mackey started explaining my story on my computer. Steve Kerr coaches the Warriors, okay? So,
Mr. Mackey.
There's been a lot of talk about is Steve Kerr coming back to the Golden State Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
The roster's not very good.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to chase Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And LeBron, I heard that one this morning, which was
why? The LeBron's done like dinner.
Why would you do that?
I mean, if he comes back, it's just to hang out with his kid. Old Scrappy Doo. Scrappy Doo. Bronny James.
My son, who does not watch basketball, looked at me the other day and he goes, Bronny James really sucks at basketball, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
it's good
Bronny
to have...
James is proof positive that nepotism is still alive and well.
Right. I said it helps to have a famous dad. And I said, in your case, one day, maybe you too can be a loser on the radio.
Control, Alt, Delete. I had to... Don't do that. Don't do that. You make it too easy. Apparently, ESPN offered Steve Kerr $7 million to join their NBA coverage.
Wow.
I have no less than 7 questions.
Mm-hmm.
1, why are we spending so much on NBA coverage? 2, who cares what Steve Kerr has to say about anything? You talk about being born on third base and acting like you hit a triple. You got Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Just don't boo-boo it up there, three-point shooter boy. I mean, you rode Michael Jordan's coattails like if you let him go, the floor was lava and you were going to touch it. And this actually surpassed that. I just am I wrong in this?
No, you're not. You didn't even ask the most important question is why are we spending $7 million on somebody to talk about basketball on a network that keeps cutting all of their staff? That's the thing that ticks me the most off about all of the business that we're in today is that these big companies go, ooh, I bet people will listen if I pay $7 million to Steve Kerr, rather than, I don't know, splitting that up against a whole bunch of people that could possibly make your product better. Shocker of shockers.
ESPN is denying. Burt Magnus said, for anyone that may care, this is not true. I hope it's not. Because no coach is worth. I mean, I don't think I'm wrong in that.
No.
You have Mark Jackson for 2, and I'll tell you, he's 10 times more entertaining than Steve Kerr.
Mm-hmm. You get no qualms from me out of that. That is ridiculous. That's a big old number.
Yeah, Steve Kerr and Megan Rapinoe. That's 2 people you invite them to you invite them to Thanksgiving. I have to wash my dog's hair that day. Sorry, I don't have any interest in anything you 2 have to say.
Yeah, you better, or there's a chance your hair's going to end up being purple.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't want to listen to anything either 2 of you have to say.
Nope, not a chance. There's a whole bunch of quarterbacks in next year's NFL draft class.
I hope somebody screenshotted Tank's face as soon as I said that. He's like, I don't know where this is headed, and I feel like I'm in danger right now.
Jingle out. Yeah, bunch of quarterbacks in next year's class. And so I'm not just talking first-round quarterbacks. There could be a boatload of those in the first round next year. But overall, there are so many quarterbacks to be taken that there are going to be teams that take quarterbacks that you go, wait a minute, is it time for us to take a quarterback yet? Does this create a problem with the guy that we currently have as the starter? Because it's also to a point where the talent is so good in next year's class, you can't pass it up. If you've got a tweener quarterback, one of those guys that you don't know if he's your future or he's not your future, next year there's going to be a whole class, a whole bunch of them that don't go in the first round that could be that guy.
I'll give you a name.
Okay.
DJ Lagway.
Not even on my list.
But, all right, so hear me out. We've talked about how talented that kid is.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't coached well. He's at Baylor?
I
think is where he bounced around a little bit. Let's say that kid comes out and throws for, I don't know, 30 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
Baylor.
In a Big 12 where nobody plays any defense.
Mm-hmm. His stats are going to be crazy.
No doubt. And they've got receivers. Baylor has always put out receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that there's not a physical possible way that I can get him into my top 15?
Correct.
It's not doable. Dylan Raiola, who's not going to take a snap, would be ahead of DJ Lagway for me. And he could be in this class too. I don't think he will be.
Is Raiola hurt?
He's at Oregon. He transferred to Oregon to take over for Dante Moore. And then Dante Moore came back.
That's right. Wow.
So Raiola's basically taking a redshirt year.
Right.
But he could enter this class.
Mm-hmm.
Raiola would be ahead of him.
I think he'd be dumb to do that, but sure, it could happen. It's in the realm of possibilities.
I mean, you still got Josh Hoover, Darian Mensah, Nico Iamaleava, Raiola, who I just mentioned.
Okay, I made a list.
Okay.
I made a list, and you tell me which one of these guys does not get drafted next year.
Does not get drafted?
Does not get drafted.
Okay. That's going deeper than I anticipated.
Arch Manning, Dante Moore, Julian Sayin, C.J. Carr, Darian Mensah, Lenora Sellers, Mestamaker, Sorsby, unless if he doesn't come out now, he will be drafted next year.
He'll be in the league a year from now.
Right. Levitt, Trinidad Chambliss, Maava, Mateer, Hoover. That's 13.
And you left out a bunch.
I did, but that's kind of my point.
You left out Sam Levitt, who I think probably goes.
No,
in the
I
first
said
round.
Levitt.
Oh, did you say Levitt?
Yeah, I said Levitt.
Oh, I know. You left off Byron Brown.
I did.
Who? You left off DJ Lagway. You left out Iamaleava, who's a senior.
So
and there's a couple more. Jackson Arnold, Malachi Nelson, Aiden Childs, who I think could contend to be draftable at the back end. There are a couple others, too.
Yeah. But the guys that I mentioned, I mean,
they're no doubters.
The 13 that I mentioned should all be drafted within the first 3 rounds, in my opinion. Like any other given year, if this class was spread out, these guys would all be taken in the first 3 rounds.
There are 12 guys that if they were in a different class, I would have them as first-round quarterbacks.
Absolutely. So who are those teams going to be? We know that it's going to be the Jets. We know it's going to be the Browns. We know the Cardinals and the Dolphins. I mean, I'm pretty sure, right? Malik Willis is not here for a long time. He's just here for a bad time. Pittsburgh Steelers, Atlanta Falcons. Those are my no-doubters.
That's 6.
That's 6 of them. All of them will take quarterbacks in the first round. True or false?
Fact.
Okay.
True. Sorry.
True. Yes. Then you have kind of the tweeners. You got the Vikings.
Oh, it's not a tweener for me. That's
you think so?
I'd have them ahead of half the teams you said on the initial list.
Really?
They're competing Kyler Murray and J.J. McCarthy.
I'm
they're
just saying
taking
there's a possibility, there's a chance that Kyler could be good this year, and it'll be a little bit of a decision. The Carolina Panthers are one.
Can't get there. I think they get an extension done with Bryce before we start.
If they do. This was done weeks ago. So if they decided this year's not the year, the Panthers are in that.
If Bryce is going into a lame duck year where then yes, there's.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be in the first round. But.
Okay. Then I have the Colts.
Daniel Jones would have to be real bad.
The Titans.
No shot.
No shot?
No shot.
Are you sure?
They wouldn't even the last team that tapped out on a number 1 overall pick.
Sure.
Where you had your shot at everybody.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I'm not saying first round.
That one at all.
You don't think they'd take a quarterback at all?
Cam
Ward
next year would have to make Anthony Richardson look like Joe Montana for them to tap out this quick. Brian Daboll was hired specifically to work with Cam Ward.
All right.
That's 2 more years minimum.
All right. You got the Lions, who could be looking for a replacement for Goff. You have the Bucs.
You're not going to do anything with first of all, the contract's prohibitive. You're not going to do anything that would complicate that. They already tried that with Hendon Hooker, and it didn't go well. I don't think Brad Holmes would make that mistake again.
With another year of Jared getting older.
I don't think they do it in the first 2 days.
Okay. All right. You got the Bucs with Baker. You have the 49ers that could consider it. You have
Contract's prohibitive.
Do what?
Contract's prohibitive. I mean, you're locked in on Purdy. Purdy got $200 million guaranteed. You're stuck.
No
for
chance.
At least 2 more.
No
years.
chance they draft a quarterback
Not
next
a shot.
year.
Not in the first 2 days. Now, you want to take a guy? You want to take a shot in the dark? Hell, Ethan Kaliak-Manis got drafted in this last class. I'm not going to say anything's not possible, but in the first 2 days, no. I'll say San Francisco's a no.
You have Baltimore. You have the Dallas Cowboys.
You say one I agree with, I'll let you
And
know.
depending on how things go, you could have the LA Rams looking at that again.
Would you say one I agree with, I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take a guy at 13 that it's not going to take a snap.
All right, so what you just told me was that not all those quarterbacks are getting drafted next year.
In the first 2
Because
days.
these are all the possibilities that I could foresee.
You didn't say Philadelphia, which confuses me.
They have a Super Bowl winning quarterback that they're paying billions of dollars to.
Who's about to have an unbelievably bad year, and all the guaranteed money is this year or the following year. They get out of it for virtually nothing the year afterwards. So you did not say Philadelphia.
Nope.
You did not say Denver.
No.
Denver was locked in on quarterbacks in this class. I will not be shocked if they have it.
Really?
Not a replacement, but if they fall in love with a guy, wouldn't be shocked at all. You're forgetting another one, and I cannot figure out who it was. Maybe you're not.
Mm-hmm. But that's...
I'm looking up and down the league going, I know there's another one, but I cannot think for the life of me who it is.
That's my list without Philadelphia is 16 teams.
I disagree.
And you
with,
named
I disagree
16
with
quarterbacks that could get drafted next year.
Yeah, but you're saying two different things. There were a lot of quarterbacks on your list that I don't think go in the first 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you get into some of the, like Dallas not wasting a pick on anybody. Dak Prescott's just now 32 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You got
I'm not saying they're
plenty of juice.
replacing them. I'm saying they're drafting them.
And see, I think you're undervaluing the way that messes with quarterbacks at a certain level. Green Bay, that's the other one. Green Bay, it would not shock me if Jordan Love just hits the rocks and they go, I mean, we're going to have another arm. It wouldn't be in the first round, but it wouldn't shock me at all if they took one first.
And again, I'm not saying these are first-round guys. I'm saying these are teams that, in my opinion, will test the market next year. Just because you have so many quarterbacks that are available. And it could cause problems. Certainly is going to make some veterans feel a little uneasy about their seats.
Oh, if you're in that mid-tier of the league, you should not feel good about your life right now.
Mm-hmm. You are in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville Two-a-Days, continuing after the top of the hour.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
All right, showers, thunder, showers going to roll on in here as we head on through this evening, and it looks like we are going to see numbers get close to 78 degrees, so just be careful as you're traveling out and about this evening and early tonight. And overnight we will clear. It'll be breezy in upper 40s by Thursday morning. Much cooler day Thursday, sunshine, breezy, upper 60s. Friday morning in the upper 30s to low 40s, then mostly sunny near 80 later. A little warmer over the weekend. For the Weather Channel, Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis.
Trees removed and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! The Ingalls Advantage isn't just about savings or the best quality food for your family. It's more than that. It's the advantage of being a part of a community. That's why we provide over 2 million pounds of food every year through regular donations and programs like the Ingalls Giving Tree, Food for Thought, and the Ingalls Fill a Backpack program. It's the right thing to do, and we know that you would do the same. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
ESPN Asheville. Yeah. WPEK Fairview. WMXF Waynesville. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingalls studio.
It is ESPN Asheville. Heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app. We're seen everywhere on YouTube. Go to thesportsocracy.com. Click the live video link. Subscribe to the channel. That way you get alerts whenever we're live. Special content like, when we go on the road somewhere, or I don't know, when the NFL schedule comes out on a Thursday night and we're not live on the radio. Guess what? Jeremy will be there. Mm-hmm. I won't. I unfortunately have a date with the Asheville Police Department. I didn't do
finally
anything
turning
wrong.
yourself in.
I did. It's Citizens Police Academy night tomorrow night. It's the next to last class. I can't miss it. Sorry about that, but we will be here to fully recap everything on the usual program next week. But Jeremy's going to be live for the schedule release. He'll have some friends in with him as well via Zoom, so you'll want to tune in for immediate and live reactions. If you're still going after class, maybe I could join you or something. Who knows? Anyhow, subscribe to the channel. You can join us in the chat. You can join the House of Reprehensibles. You can super chat. Super chats go all the way to the top of the list.
Show me the money, money. Show me the money. I like the cash. Show me the money.
Red C, one of our resident Arizona Cardinals fans, chimed in with some more slogans for the Cardinals this year. Making out for Mestamaker, lagging for Lagway, leaving for Levitt, lingering for Lindsay.
Lindsay? Who's Lindsay?
Graham?
If you get to Lindsey Graham, you've gone way too far.
For sure. I guarantee you Arizona's not going to have to go that far. Bailing for Bailey, darkness retreat for Chambliss, soar for Sorsby. Sorsby. Mm-hmm. I don't think you're going to have to go that far.
Is Trinidad Chambliss doing darkness retreats now?
Maybe.
Okay. All right. Soars for Sorsby.
We have a couple more days where people can't tell the difference between 2 and 4. I'll be doing darkness retreats.
It's SORE, by the way, not soaring, because you wouldn't soar to get a top pick. But I do like that. Yes, I do like that. That's pretty good. And did you mention the last one that he threw in there? Railing for Rayola. Just under the super chat.
Oh, yeah, that was Soaring Eagle.
Oh, I thought that was Red Sea again. Oh, he was replying to Red Sea's super chat. Gotcha. All right. That's not bad.
Oh, yeah.
I love
he's talking about Drake Lindsay, the quarterback from Minnesota.
Ah.
Yeah, that's one of those. If he finds his way into the first 2 days, he had a whale of a year. There are people that like him, though. I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm not telling you that I won't.
There's a lot of early prognosticators that are high on the Mestamaker guy. Like, I don't know who that is.
He was at North Texas.
And when
he
I
and
saw
his coach came to Oklahoma State together.
And,
he already knows the offense.
Yeah, and when I saw somebody had him as the 5th best quarterback in next year's class, I went, okay, either I'm completely out to lunch on next year's class or you're smoking crimes.
That's high. I can see how he gets there.
Okay.
I keep laughing at how low people have Darian Mensah, but maybe that's just me. And number 1 transfer in the country a year ago, he just went to a team that played the national title game that has, 47 receivers. Yeah, I'm sure we won't be talking about him.
And we'll definitely be talking about him. He'll be a first-round prospect. The Arizona Cardinals, though, they are destined, in my opinion, to have one of those top picks in next year's NFL draft. So, this whole little dance that you're having to do with Jacoby Brissett holding out, which is still hilarious to me.
It is the funniest. It is the funniest contract holdout in NFL history.
You're telling me a guy that would be a backup on most teams across the league is holding you hostage?
I mean, he's not holding them that hostage because they could just go, no, we'll roll with Gardner Mustachio Minshew.
You could.
And Carson Beck. Oh.
And Keaton Slovis, don't forget him.
I'm not going to lie. Looking at Arizona's depth chart it gives me the angina. Good God, this offense is bad.
Mm-hmm. Just at what point does Jacoby Brissett realize I don't really have much to bargain with here?
Well, here's my question. When does Arizona realize Jacoby Brissett might be good for 2 wins that we don't want to win?
That could also be true.
At what point do you just go, hey, you know what? We're going to roll with Carson Beck the whole year, and we'll let Gardner Minshew back him up?
So, what were the positives for Arizona? Or were there positives for Arizona in the offseason?
You got the number 1 player, number 2 player in the class, depending on whose rankings. You got a running back that universally we all love. Mm-hmm. The problem is that was the one position I thought you were good at coming into this, and it was a little redundant. You have the worst quarterback room in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. You said fine, but yeah, I'll take good. They're fine at running back. I don't think they were good at running back.
James Conner, Trey Benson, and Tyler Algier. How many top 3s in the NFL are you taking over that? Okay, maybe they don't have a 1, but they got 3 2s.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty solid.
It's not bad.
Now you have the best running back room in the league.
100%.
The problem is it's behind an offensive line that I don't buy that much. And you don't have a quarterback that threatens anybody. We'll talk about the defense in the next segment. So we're strictly confining this to the offense.
Mm-hmm.
What is the best case scenario for this team? If you're trying to go rose-colored glasses offensively, how good can the offense be?
How good can it be? I would say
I want you to be really nice, and then I'm going to drop a big old truth bomb that's going to hurt some feelings.
I was going to say like 18th in the league, somewhere in that neighborhood. You're going to be in the meat of the league, somewhere right in the middle. Because I don't see this as a good offense. Do you?
You're going best case scenario. You went best as good ever possible scenario.
Just for the offense, because the offense isn't bad, other than the quarterback situation.
It's kind of like interviewing a TV reporter and going, other than the fact that her head got cut off by industrial wind mine, she's got everything else.
No, at best they're missing just a couple of limbs. It's a hard time. Can't hold the microphone. Has to have the lav.
Is the offensive line good? Because I think the right side of it is a disaster.
Well,
and people want to tell me about Basantis. I don't know what you think you're getting. That was way more of a projection than you think.
Mm-hmm.
I think he will be good 2 years from now, maybe even a year from now. It's not going to start particularly well. And with the fact you've got Elijah Wilkinson on the outside of him, teams are going to absolutely send the ruckus at you on the right side. Oh, you added Suamalo. That's love that. Froholt, carryover. Like Paris Johnson. The right side, I hope you boys eat your Wheaties every single day. Because if you don't, you are going to get obliterated.
Okay.
McBride's I'm trying to think of the nice word to say here. Say he can't block. Man, he's a really good receiver. He's enough of an impediment as a receiver that it should keep just hellhound blitzes. He's not a great blocker. You don't really, in my estimation, Tip Raymond's a good blocker. But, I mean, how often this is where roster construction comes in. I saw an article on ESPN earlier talking about 13 personnel and how that's become so vogue in the league, and that's why we had so many teams that took so many tight ends. Okay. You understand the problem with 13 personnel, right? If you don't have guys that can stretch the field vertically, it really allows the defense to just go because none of your playmakers are on the field. Because you have 5 offensive linemen, 3 tight end, a quarterback, and a running back. You're either going to have a fullback or 1 outside receiver. Are you really overly worried about MHJ or Michael Wilson based on what you've seen beating coverage that way? And now, for point of reference, there's maybe 12 guys in the league that I worry about there. The Rams just so happen to have 2 of them, which is why 13 personnel works so beautifully for them. Because you have to dedicate 2 guys over there. So having Tip Raymond on the field, who's nothing more than a glorified offensive lineman, is okay. It's not okay when you don't really have much else and you've got a weakness on the line. I just don't think it's going to work. I think this is a team that you would never get them to admit this out loud. They know 2026 is going to be awful. They're okay with it. That's why they lathered up 2 veterans to try to see what they have in these young guys to figure out what they need for a young quarterback next year. If you asked the Bidwells, Monty Ossenfort, Mike LaFleur, I think they would all tell you, best case scenario, we go 3-14 next year. And that's enough for us to have the number 1 pick in the draft. And we can have whatever quarterback we want.
Okay.
Because with a quarterback, this offense could be good. I mean, I still think it needs work. Kendrick Bourne, who's bounced around the league like a bouncy ball, and Devin DuVernay do not really threaten me all that much. So you got 2 players that I'm fine with. I'm good with your 1, your 2, your tight end, and your running back. The problem is I hate your quarterback. And when I hate your quarterback, it takes all of these things down a whole peg. So MHJ's not going to be as good as he should be. Michael Wilson's not going to be as good as he should be. And do not give me stats. I don't care about the stats. I don't care if they put up 1,000 yards. Can you be competitive consistently in NFL football games? Because you're going to be in shootouts nonstop. Because this defense is awful. We have 2 super chats to get to.
All right.
All about the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money. I do this for my hustle.
First one's from Colin, who said next year's draft class loaded with blue chip talent. I agree. 22 first-round grades in my initial – that was just in my initial of I feel really good these guys are going to go in the first 30 picks. There's no telling what manifests itself next year. This class is insane. And another one from Red Sea.
Give me those dollars, don't you holler, that's your money, honey. That's what I need. Well, give me those cash.
Said we have skill positions on offense to theoretically hang with anyone. The right side of our offensive line and our quarterback are just bad enough to overshadow it. Exactly. When you have a big deficiency, you can have one. If your receivers are really good, it can cover up one bad offensive lineman. If your tight ends can't block at all, and you've got a receiver that threatens over the top, that can cover up that one guy. When you're counting on a running game, and I only feel good about you being able to run to one side, that's going to be a problem. And I'm going to say again, because I know this is coming, because Arizona Cardinals fans are going to say, everybody in the league loved Chase Basantis. Yeah, for a year from now. He graded terribly at Texas A&M on a line that had 5 guys that will be on NFL rosters next year. That's not a good sign. I'm not saying he can't be a good player, but if you expect him to come in here and all of a sudden be the 10th best guard in the league, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Mm-hmm. If he's above league average, I'll be shocked in year one. And that's what we're talking about for this year. So you've got a mediocre to bad right tackle, I think a mediocre to average right guard, and a quarterback that I don't trust as far as I can throw him. And that's if you can get Jacoby Brissett back on the field. If you can't settle that contract dispute, you're going rookie Carson Beck or Gardner Minshew, who has historically held the ball too long. That's a recipe for terrible. Mm-hmm. I think you'll be able to run fine. I'll say it's a top 10 rushing team in the league.
Really?
The problem is that you're going to get behind, and you're not just going to run the clock out. You can't just hit sim season like you can in Madden, which is what I know they want to do.
That is exactly.
But you can't do that.
That's exactly. Who said that in the chat? Somebody said that in the chat.
I think it was Joshua Penix.
It was Penix, yeah. He was like, I'm going to hate 26 for Arizona, but 27, it's going to be fine.
Sure.
Let's sim the season.
And now that gets to the growth opportunity that I see on the defense in 2026.
Okay.
And we'll talk about that after this commercial.
You are in the Sportsocracy, and it's ESPN Asheville.
The iHeartRadio app now has presets, just like in the car. You're our number one. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
Yacht Rock Radio on iHeartRadio drops anchor and goes commercial-free every weekend. Weekends were made for smooth sailing. Yacht Rock Radio's got the soundtrack. Just sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy. The smoothest soft rock from the 70s and 80s. Open the free iHeart app, search Yacht Rock, and set sail.
iHeartRadio. Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Fun. That's fun. Enter it now.
Log on to ESPNAVL.com to play, and good luck.
Clarissa Sells WNC is the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at ClarissaSellsWNC.com.
I'm David.
And I'm Christina.
And this is our Ingalls story.
Ginger's Revenge is a brewery located in Asheville, North Carolina that specializes in the production of hard ginger beer.
So we use all natural, whole ingredients, and I think that really sets us apart.
Ingalls is an amazing partner for us to work with. A lot of our fans know that they can go to Ingalls and find a lot of the flavors that we have available, and they just make it really easy for folks to purchase local products.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, can potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, but it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
The Sportsocracy.
Gets the rebound, passes it to the man, shoots it, and boom goes the dynamite.
It's okay. They had to tell me the same thing, Megan. It's fine. It's fine. She goes, how do I get in the Discord? And we were like,
About this whole Discord situation. I want to join. Dang it.
She's like, how do you get into the Discord? Do you have to pay for it? And I said, no, Tank, you don't.
Well, I mean, here's the funny thing. Now, what I would like to know is what would be the other end of that if I had said, yes, you have to pay for it. Would the next statement have been, will you pay for it for me?
Right.
Like, you got that one?
Well, let me have the card. That's what she would have said.
Let me talk on it.
Can I have the business card, please?
Yeah.
Because I'm not spending my own money on that. Welcome back into the Sportsocracy.
Everybody asks, why does Jeremy look tired all the time? Starting to figure it out.
It's because Megan wants to go to Paris.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you know
You
what?
asked for this.
And you know what's funny? As soon as Amy hears about it, she's like, we should go to Paris. I've always wanted to see Paris.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just going to go, you know what? I'm going to the bar.
I think what we should do.
I know it's 1:30 on Wednesday. I don't care.
I think what we should do is we should tell them that we're all going to Paris to watch the Saints and the Steelers, and then we go to Texas.
Saints play in Paris, Texas.
And we take them down to the Rad and go, this is the Paris of the South.
It's not the same.
I think that'd be brilliant. Back into the Arizona Cardinals, two-a-days. The defense. You say it could be better.
No, I did not say that.
I thought you did.
I said this is where there could be a growth potential.
Well, I mean, growth to me says they could be better.
No, because
Okay.
I don't care what happens in 2026. You're starting Denzel Burke. Good luck with that.
Is that Delta's grandson?
Yeah, we're going to have to take your car because my car doesn't exist. You have one corner that I really, honest to God, trust.
Mm-hmm.
That's Garrett Williams.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Max Melton, sieve. He was a sieve for part of last year. Will Johnson, I liked it, but he got hurt again.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you start looking at him going, nah, I need you to be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I think he will be a really good player if he can stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And
then you have son of my bunting that's back there backing everybody up.
Oh,
man, just
Sean Murphy Bunting.
That's what we used to call him in my house, the son of my bunting. Because you said that about once every game.
I mean, you just look at this defense and go, how many of these guys do I actually, honest to God, trust? And I'm asking you that question. How many of these guys do you, honest to God, trust?
Oh, Lord. I'm going to go with
Josh Sweat.
4, maybe? Josh Sweat.
Walter Nolan.
Buda Baker. Walter Nolan. I mean, I like Mac Wilson, but I don't know about that whole trust thing. He's fun to watch, but I don't know.
He's a fine football player.
Right,
He has earned his spot in the league. That doesn't mean I trust him.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's about it.
So let me ask this a different way. What do you know that this defense is going to do well? Do you know they're going to rush the passer well?
Not really.
No. The answer is straight up no.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have Josh Sweat and Darius Robinson if he can stay on the field.
Mm-hmm.
You remember how much we talked about Darius Robinson the year he got drafted?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know how many sacks he has in his career?
4.
2.
I was trying to be mean.
Hey, you did that same thing that other people did today. They didn't know the difference between 4 and 2. That's in 21 games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what am I supposed to think about him? I still maintain he's a defensive tackle playing edge rusher.
Yeah.
Because he's gigantic to be an edge. So, all right, let's say you kick him inside. You've got Billings, Nolan, Lopez, Mustapher, Caleb Proctor, who you drafted that I like. Who's the other one? Jordan Birch. You know the thing I said about the Bills that I've never seen a team converting from one defense to another, that I feel so good about the pieces?
Yeah.
This is how it usually goes. Where I just look at the defense and go, wow, there's a lot of dudes miscast here. There's just a whole mess of you that are going to have to play positions that's not what you do. Zaven Collins, I don't think I've ever seen a player play in the league this long that I still don't know what position he should play.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's talented. He's just bounced around the defense. I don't always love what he puts on tape. And I don't really know what he is.
Mm-hmm. He's a big old biggin to be a outside linebacker. He's pretty stout.
260, but I mean now in a 4-3, he's very large to be an outside linebacker.
Right. That's kind of my point. Like, I would rather put a guy that size with his hand in the dirt.
And I mean, that's the thing. I feel like Arizona has bungled. They have bungled the draft for so long that now it's catching up to them. It's just catching up to them.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, is it catching up to them, or is this just who they are? Because I'm honestly like trying to remember, when was the last time I felt like the Cardinals had any hope? And it's been a while. I mean, you got to go back past.
I mean, look, we thought
like Isaiah Simmons.
We thought they were going to turn a corner last year, but they didn't. We have a super chat.
All right.
Red C said Garrett Williams is out all year. He tore the Achilles. It's not the death sentence it used to be. So we don't know what it's going to look like this year.
He's at least out sometime, though.
Maybe. I think he heard it. It was around Christmas. I can't remember exactly when.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, Aaron Rodgers came back from that in 9 months.
True.
So I understand. 2 completely different positions.
Yeah.
I'm not at the point where I can say he's out for the year. I'm reading tea leaves here. I'm looking at what they did in the slot going, they obviously think he's going to play because they don't really have a backup plan in the slot that makes a whole lot of sense to me. Unless they think one of these guys can convert and play in the slot. I just don't know who that's supposed to be. I see a bunch of outside corners.
Yeah. I don't think
the Achilles was late December. So if you go 9 months from there, let's just say I'll go from Christmas Day because I don't know exactly what day it was. 9 months would be the 3rd week of the season.
He should be back by Halloween at the very latest.
That's about right. Unless he has a setback, which, according to the interwebs, I have not been able to find one of those.
Right.
You might hear one in training camp where they go, yeah, he's done for the year. I can't say that yet.
At least going to miss a good portion. Or likely to miss a good portion.
So, I mean, I guess it's going to be Max Melton, I guess, will be the one that plays out of the slot. I'm trying to think for a new defensive coordinator, which is never a good thing. But, I mean, that's the problem with this team is that I just see all these pieces, and I don't understand how they stack up. And so, yeah, with Arizona, I want to see a lot of Walter Nolan this year. I want to see a lot of Caleb Proctor. Caleb Proctor's an undersized 4-man front defensive tackle. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
If you got a lot of players, and I don't know.
You're a team that's in a prime position to just lose.
Just be
baby.
awful. Be awful.
Just lose.
Just be awful. I would say Monty Ossenfort probably sees the writing on the wall. I'm going to get got. Mike LaFleur, going to be able to pick his own GM. And you see where it goes from there. Now, it's that time that we have to look at the schedule. Joshua Pennick said he believes Keytre Clark will fill in the slot. I don't hate that.
That was not a glowing endorsement, if you were wondering.
Keytre Clark is, I mean, I had a borderline draftable grade on him when he came out.
2 years ago?
2-3 years ago. Anytime I'm sitting here going, I can't remember the year. That's not a glowing endorsement. But that's where I'm at with Arizona. I see things that are going to – if you play a team like the Detroit Lions that funnel a lot to the slot, they're going to kill you. And there's not going to be anything you can do about it. So, yes, I want to see these young guys. I mean, and they've got some young guys I like. You know, Papo, the linebacker, I liked him a lot coming out. I like Echo Leota as a rotational piece. They signed Demonic Williams as undrafted free agent. I like a lot of these pieces. If you're wise, I think you're going to play these young guys a lot more than you're going to see Roy Lopez. If Darius Robinson shows what I'm afraid he's going to show, you're going to tap out on that about mid-season and kick him inside and see if you can find anybody that can rush a passer.
Well, then maybe you can move Zaven Collins down to the line and find you an outside linebacker.
He didn't do that particularly well.
He didn't. It's a jack of a couple of trades and a
master of
never been a master
his own
of
domain.
Right? And the master of his own domicile.
But we do have to talk about the schedule.
We do.
And that part doesn't go marvelously for Arizona either.
No, because you're in a division with three teams that are clearly better than you. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. And this year, I get it. You don't want to win. But there could be some games on here that you could win. So we'll tell you what those are. Coming up next here in the Sportsocracy.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
All right, showers, thunder, showers going to roll on in here as we head on through this evening, and it looks like we are going to see numbers get close to 78 degrees, so just be careful as you're traveling out and about this evening and early tonight. And overnight we will clear. It'll be breezy in upper 40s by Thursday morning. Much cooler day Thursday, sunshine, breezy, upper 60s. Friday morning in the upper 30s to low 40s, then mostly sunny near 80 later. A little warmer over the weekend. From the Weather Channel, Ray Staging.
This report sponsored by the experts at Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate, the real estate leader in Western North Carolina.
Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate is not like other real estate companies. They're built differently. As the #1 family-owned real estate company in the U.S., proven expertise and personalized service delivers results. Let them show you how at Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks.
Why would you wait another day to handle your IRS issue? Stop procrastinating. It's only going to get worse. These guys are out for blood and will take your paycheck, money out your bank account. Man, they'll even take your freedom. The worst part? Most people facing IRS collections didn't even know they had options. Here's the good news. If you owe back taxes, have on-file returns, or you're under audit, you may qualify for the programs that can reduce your debt, sometimes dramatically. And here's the reality. You don't have to wait. The longer you delay, the more aggressive the IRS can become. That's where Republic Tax Relief comes in. They deal with the IRS every single day, and they know how to stop collections fast. Republic Tax Relief is veteran-owned, experienced, and A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. And your first call? Completely free. But don't wait. Every day matters. Call Republic Tax Relief now at 800-281-8559. That's 800-281-8559 or visit republictaxrelief.com.
Skip this. Tap that red talkback mic on the iHeartRadio app while listening to your favorite station.
You guys rock.
Instant feedback. And the best feature, if you mess up,
Hopefully I'm sending these messages correctly.
do it again. Leave a talkback now on the free iHeartRadio app.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Rise and shine with First News on 570.
Tank, if you were a food delivery driver, how would you boost tips?
I would wear more low-cut shirts.
Now on 92.9 FM.
I'm going to go to the restroom now and put bleach in my eyes to get that visual out of my head forever. Thank you, Tank Spencer, for that early Tuesday morning nightmare.
First News on 570 with Mark Starling and Tank Spencer. Weekday mornings at 6.
I'm Scarlett Johansson. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. You can join the movement to end hunger by donating, volunteering, and advocating. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
On the weird scale, there's Vegas, there's Florida, and there's Asheville. Let's get weird, Asheville.
And back in the Sportsocracy here on ESPN Asheville. It's time to get weird and
so nobody's here to tell us no Wednesday.
Nope. Jeremy absolutely loves using AI. We all know.
I use it for some things. I don't love using it.
Well, I mean, you're not leaning on it to do your job for you, but it does come in handy when we want to make a cartoon of Boss Baby. Or, you know.
You and I as AEW Tag Team Champions.
100%. A lot of enjoyment out of that one. Now, there are some jobs that I do not like the idea of turning over to AI.
There are two I could think of that it would be a market improvement.
One of those is being a doctor.
That's not one of them.
There's a study that has been done, and it is said that now 2/3 of American doctors are using artificial intelligence on the job. Okay.
For what?
Well, I'm hoping that it's for, I don't know, clerical stuff. Maybe there's just so much research out there, obviously it's, or I know there's so much research out there, so maybe using AI to find, I don't know, the best research that's done on a particular disease, right? You're trying to find out more about your MS patient, and you just want to see what other evidence is out there. There's an AI tool called Open Evidence that will help doctors make clinical decisions, brush up on medical knowledge, and even prepare for their licensing exams. The service, sort of a chat bot for doctors, is used currently by about 65% of U.S. doctors across almost 27 million clinical encounters in April alone. This is the kind of stuff that if I had more brain capacity, this would keep me up at nights. Unfortunately, all of my brain capacity is used, so sometimes I sleep like a baby.
So I did that thing that I like to do sometimes.
And you quit listening?
Yes. I did. Did you say something I needed to hear?
Only that you've got a, 2/3 of a chance that your doctor is using AI to treat you, and
heard that
makes me feel a certain way.
Okay, let me see if I can make you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
I asked Jeremy GPT to explain why this could be a beneficial thing.
Okay.
Here's what it said.
All right.
Yeah, I went to the AI doctor the other day, and I got to be honest, it's the most accurate I've ever felt while also being personally attacked. I walk in, no waiting room, no clipboard, no nurse asking me questions I don't understand. Just a screen that says list your symptoms. So I type headache, little fatigue, maybe dehydrated. The AI hits back in 0.3 seconds and says, you slept 4 hours, had 3 beers, and ate gas station pizza at 11:47 last night. Drink water and shut up. First of all, that's incredibly accurate. Second of all, I didn't come here to be exposed.
feel like your actual doctor has told you that before.
WebMD sees a cough and goes, congratulations, you have 48 hours to live. AI sees a cough and goes, you turned your fan on high and slept with no blanket. You dumbass. Honestly, I trust it more already. The only downside, you can't lie to it. This is where I think it'll make you feel better. You know how to go to a real doctor and be like, well, I mean, I only have 2 or 3 drinks a week. AI pulled your Uber Eats, your step count, your sleep data, your Chick-fil-A order history, and it says, sir, you are 72% chicken nugget at this point. Let's not do this.
Jeremy GPT
wins again.
It does.
Sir,
it does.
You are 72% chicken nugget at this point. Yeah. Let's not do
Look,
this.
It's okay for comedy, right? I do not know that I want my clinical advice to my doctor coming to it from AI. I mean, I do get that AI, it gathers all the intelligence of everybody that uses it. So there's, this is like the medical community, like a medical seminar at your fingertips, right? The symposium of the greatest plastic surgeons is at your fingertips with all the stuff that AI has collected. I get it.
You know what scares me about that? 4 out of 5 doctors don't recommend Colgate, and I really want to know what that 5th would recommend. You go down to the creek with a brush and just go at it. Nothing will heal you better than good old creek water.
That's the one doctor that's telling all the kids to fix their teeth with tools.
Got a teeth you don't like? Pull it out with a pair of pliers. So I was always scared I was going to get that 5th doctor. Why do you disagree with everybody else? Also, why is your office in an old Kmart? I don't like that.
Right next to the license plate office.
If you get to the DMV, you're going too far.
That's right.
But while you're there, get your real ID and ask about your passport.
That's right. Here's the other thing, though. We know AI just makes crap up sometimes.
It does.
So hopefully your doctor's smart enough and reading the AI enough to know when it's just making stuff up. Because the AI, the open doctor AI or whatever starts talking about, dwarves and goblins and ghouls and stuff. I'm out. And that's the thing that AI does, because who feeds it information? Nerds. And it'll just start talking about, what the, syphilitic tendencies of goblins are. And nobody needs to know that.
I'm more worried about the no good can come from what I was getting ready to say. So I'm just going to move on to my story.
Yes.
A Southwest Airlines flight was delayed for about an hour recently for a very strange reason.
Okay.
It's because of a lifelike humanoid robot named Bebop. Flight was going from Oakland to San Diego. The handler of Bebop had bought it a ticket.
Does it have a brother named Rocksteady? That's what I need to know.
I don't know what that means.
That was a Ninja Turtles joke. You watched the Ninja Turtles.
I did.
Bebop and Rocksteady. That was the warthog and the rhino.
Tank, I was 5 when I watched the Ninja Turtles.
Well,
I remember they were named after painters, and they had weapons, and I could beat
These were
kids.
the bad guys.
I liked being the purple one because I had a stick that I could beat people with. That's what I remember. And they were friends with a rat.
Jeremy's cartoon knowledge, once again, letting me down.
No doubt. Well, Bebop, as they were boarding the plane, decided it wanted to give everybody a little show. So it started dancing, and the handler couldn't get it to stop.
Nice. He's a bebopping.
Maybe just put it in some luggage. I mean, we don't need to get it a seat.
Right.
It's not a real person.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same thing I say to people that buy human-like friends on the internet. Put it in your luggage. I don't need to see that. Just because it looks lifelike doesn't mean it's lifelike.
Wait. Bringing their human-like friends on the airplane? I've not heard of this.
Oh, I mean, it's happened. It's never been on a flight I've ever
and bought
been.
it a seat?
Oh, if I'm ever on a plane and somebody sits their sexual friend down next to me,
yeah,
that's just a
girl,
just a grown-up Cabbage Patch doll, I'm gonna need another seat. You put me under the plane.
Oh no, I don't.
I'm not sitting next to this.
I do not want another seat. Sit them next to me. Like, I'm gonna be like, hey, sit him right here. Switch these two seats for those old ladies. They can sit up there. I want him to sit over here. 'Cause I'm going to mess with that thing all day. I'm going to make him feel uncomfortable.
I'm going to feed it my peanuts.
Look, you brought a toy for all of us to play with.
They give me that little bag of peanuts. I'm sitting there putting them in its mouth. She looks hungry.
I mean, the only time a guy took a sex robot on an airplane and went, that dude's weird.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what you get out of this show. Radio quality at its finest.
Gold. Two-a-days with the Arizona Cardinals here in the Sportsocracy. Serious off-season talk. We've got the schedule. We got the schedule coming out tomorrow. We'll find out exactly when the Arizona Cardinals will lose all of their games. However, we don't know that right now. Right now, it's just a theory that you will lose all of your games.
So I'm looking at the schedule.
Uh-huh.
I want you to tell me where the wins are. I'm going to start on the road.
Okay.
You have a bell.
Yep.
3 in the division. New Orleans Saints. New York Giants.
Maybe.
Dallas Cowboys.
Nope.
Los Angeles Chargers.
No.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Definitely not.
Good luck with that. That's 1-7. Absolutely at best, and I'm being cute with it.
Uh-huh.
At home. Can you win a game in the division at home?
No, sir.
I agree with you. The Philadelphia Eagles. Washington Commanders. Denver Broncos. Detroit Lions. New York Jets.
No.
The Las Vegas Raiders.
There's your one.
2-15.
Let's
there
go.
We go. See, this is why we did outside today, and we haven't done it in the past. I'm going to be really honest with you. I love for teams to have hope. I really do. If you tell me the Arizona Cardinals are going to go better than 5-12, I don't just need you to show your work. I need you to see a licensed physician because your brain batteries are depleted.
I
mean, do you just look at the quarterbacks they play? So you go Matthew Stafford twice, Sam Darnold twice, Brock Purdy twice. On the low side, you go Geno Smith, Fernando Mendoza, Jackson Dart, Tyler Shuck. Are any of those lesser than Jacoby Brissett?
No.
And that's on the high side.
It's not close.
It could be Carson Beck. I would say Geno Smith is close. I would say Mendoza in his rookie year is probably close.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe those.
But that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a lot of Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Bo Nix, Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, Pat Mahomes, Dak Prescott.
These are numbers from 2 weeks ago, so the numbers could have changed. But when it comes to over/under wins for next season for the Arizona Cardinals, the thing I'm looking at here says the number for the Cardinals. Would you like to guess? The Cardinals over/under number at a sports book.
Oh, I did this
is
the other day.
what?
4.5.
4.5. That's right. Now the over, he give you plus 115. The under is minus 145, which tells you that
Vegas is all the way in.
They know. Vegas knows.
This team will be lucky, and I use lucky very loosely, to go 4-13.
Yes.
And now I ask the question, if you're Arizona, what are you hoping for? Other than just to get smoked like a deli meat as many times as humanly possible. Because personally, I would like to really start at home against, we'll go the Washington Commanders, who will beat you like a rag doll with a healthy Jaden Daniels. Then go on the road to the Los Angeles Chargers, who will just beat the drum on you.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if I'm Arizona, I want to be 0-7. That's my objective.
Yeah.
Because then I can stop all of this other nonsense of trying to be competitive and figure out what I have. What do I have in Carson Beck? What do I have in Jeremiyah Love? How does it look behind him with Algier? How does it look behind him? Is Trey Benson going to be on this roster? Or are we trying to move him?
I would imagine.
Do I have anything in Reggie Virgil, who I think you overdrafted, or Xavier Weaver, or any of these young guys? Can I find anything that's going to help me down the line? Because that's all I care about.
Mm-hmm.
I want to check boxes. Is Chase Basantis trending the right direction? Yes.
I think the best thing that you hope for is to be competitive. I want to be competitive in all 17 of my games, and I want to be 0-17. If I don't
want to be competitive in all my games because I'm afraid I'll mess up and win 3 of them.
If I could lose 17 one-score games and secure the number 1 pick and go, you know what? At least that way I would feel like I have a team that is ready to win when the quarterback gets here, whether it be Arch Manning or whoever you're eyeing at the top of the draft there. Like, are we sold that he's a number 1 pick?
Sold?
Because by name, sure, it makes a lot of sense. Talent-wise, is he actually the number 1 quarterback in this upcoming class?
You're talking about Arch.
I'm talking about Arch.
If you look at the last 6 weeks of the season, yes.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to clear that up.
Oh, I mean, he improved to such a point at the end of last year that we're officially back on the march for Arch.
March for Arch, right.
The problem?
Do it.
And I do have to say this. I just want you to remember this is the same family that told Eli Manning and the Los Angeles Chargers he wouldn't go there. Mm-hmm. San Diego at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I won't be shocked if he does that again.
This was brought
up.
The
ironic thing is that I think they were trying to avoid the Jets with Peyton. I won't be shocked if they're trying to get to the Jets with Arch.
Could be. It's a better team.
It's a better team. It's a better media market.
Right. This was brought up yesterday in the YouTube chat, and we'd never talked about it, but I just saw the conversation was happening of could he do that? Sure. But with next year's class being so talented at quarterback,
it
does he
makes
have
it more likely that you could do that.
Really? That he could just pick wherever he wants to go.
All right, so I'll use Mendoza as an example.
Uh-huh.
If Mendoza does it, what's the alternative? That means the Raiders have to go into the season with Aiden O'Connell. If he says it to the Cardinals, and it would never – I don't think it would be a thing like it was with Eli, where it's so well known that they're saying we're not going to the Cardinals. I could easily see a path where they go,
okay,
don't take him.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do, we'll sour the well on you. Because Peyton's super connected, Eli's super connected. The representation, I would just assume I know what the representation is going to look like. We'll make you regret it if you do.
The team drafting would have an option, right? There would be another option there. If it's Arizona and he doesn't want to go to Arizona, then you could just go, okay, well, fine. Well, I'll take Dante Moore.
I've said the whole time I think Arch is going to find a way to – I think he will find a way to push his way where he wants to go.
Mm-hmm.
The others I don't necessarily think care. But that Manning name means something. Yeah. And it gives you power. There's a reason nobody's done it since then.
So you say it gives him more flexibility to choose his spot, not less, because there's other quarterbacks.
No doubt.
Okay.
Because it's not a thing of – it's not like the Elway thing where we've got to find somebody that will give us just a king's ransom for him because we're not going to have a quarterback. If you're Arizona and he says, I don't want to be here, cool. There's 3 more that I had graded very close to you. Mm-hmm. And I want somebody that wants to be here because 4 years from now, I'm going to have to fight, and this is probably going to be the highest paid player. I'm probably looking at paying this kid $100 million a year. I don't want to do that for a guy that doesn't want to be here.
Well, I'm glad I brought that up because that's different than the answer that was given in the YouTube comments yesterday. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
All right, showers, thunder, showers going to roll on in here as we head on through this evening, and it looks like we are going to see numbers get close to 78 degrees, so just be careful as you're traveling out and about this evening and early tonight. And overnight we will clear. It'll be breezy in upper 40s by Thursday morning. Much cooler day Thursday, sunshine, breezy, upper 60s. Friday morning in the upper 30s to low 40s, then mostly sunny near 80 later. A little warmer over the weekend. From the Weather Channel, Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Memorial Day savings are on at Lowe's. Save $80 on a Charbroil Performance Series 4-burner gas grill, now just $199. Plus, get up to 45% off select major appliances. Valid through 5/27 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See associate or Lowe's.com for details.
Spring cleaning meets hosting season with Zero Res. Get carpets cleaned for just $35 per room, and stairs are now only $35 too. Plus, take $50 off air duct cleaning. Book now at ZeroResAsheville.com and get guest ready today.
These days, it's getting harder and harder to trust what you're seeing. Who made it? Is it real? But with iHeart, everything you hear is guaranteed human. That's why 78% of listeners trust their favorite radio host's product recommendations. And if you own or manage a business here or need to drive sales, that trust goes a long way in creating your future customers. Make iHeartMedia a part of your 2026 plan today. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. Again, that's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Rise and shine with First News on 570.
Tank, if you were a food delivery driver, how would you boost tips?
I would wear more low-cut shirts.
Now on 92.9 FM.
I'm going to go to the restroom now and put bleach in my eyes to get that visual out of my head forever. Thank you, Tank Spencer, for that early Tuesday morning nightmare.
First News on 570 with Mark Starling and Tank Spencer. Weekday mornings at 6.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
When you're a grocery store, hunger has no place in your community. That's why at Ingles, we donate over 2 million pounds of food every year to those who need it. It's the right thing to do, and we know you'd do the same. Ingles, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Asheville's Real Rock 105.1. Your home for the Braves After Dark coverage of Atlanta Braves baseball. Brought to you by Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise at ParksFordHendersonville.com.
Over 50,000 police officers are assaulted on the job each year, leading to injuries and death. This is the reality they deal with when making contact with the public. Another reality is that if someone doesn't comply with a lawful order or uses force against them, police may have to use sufficient force in response to obtain compliance. Use of force is always ugly. Nobody likes it, especially police, and nobody knows how it will turn out. Spread the word. For de-escalation to work, both parties must de-escalate, and de-escalation isn't necessary if there is no escalation. Help police by not escalating. Don't attack or try to disarm an officer, whether it's getting asked a question, getting a citation, or getting arrested. Don't argue, don't resist, don't flee. After the encounter has been resolved is the time to address any complaints. Comply now, complain later. Keep everybody safe. This message brought to you by the National Police Association. To learn more about how to help law enforcement accomplish its goals, visit nationalpolice.org.
Out here in the middle of these acres, it can feel like you're the only person on earth. That's how it feels when you're struggling with your mental health. But you don't have to feel alone. Find more information at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
ESPN Asheville. Yeah. WPEK Fairview. WMXF Waynesville. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Live from the Ingalls studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dogs eat! Let them on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God. The Jets killed him.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. Heard on 880 and 1400 here locally, everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app in crystal clear HD digital. And, of course, you can see us on the YouTubes. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, join us in the chat. Two-a-days continuing here on the show. I want to remind everybody that it's a great time to, if you haven't, change your plans for this evening. I mean, unless you're already going. But if you got other plans, don't change your plans if you're already planning on going. But if you don't have other plans, you should definitely be downtown tonight. Harris Cherokee Center, Asheville, AEW Dynamite is in town. Some good old wrestling. Woo! Throwing it back to the good old days. We will have a 10-man tag match tonight featuring FTR, the AEW Tag Team Champions. The greatest tag team of all time. No shaving backs going on. Going up against Cage and Cope and a couple of their friends as well. 10-man tag match. Along with a title match tonight with Darby Allin showcasing his abilities. All ahead of the big pay-per-view that's coming up in a couple of weeks, the Double or Nothing Showdown in New York City, and I'm very interested to see if any of the tidbits from this radio show on Friday or yesterday when Dax and Cash were with us, if any of those little tidbits make it into the broadcast tonight. Maybe a promo mention or two about shaving backs or going to Broadway shows or whatever. Just curious.
Well, I will say you just got a promo cut on you on our social media. If you're not following us on social media, you should because we have a lot of fun there.
Uh-huh.
It was from Sports Ball Cancer.
Okay.
Tank's legs are the same color as his hat. Boy needs some shorts and sunshine.
I saw that, and I am horrified.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. As a pastyman myself.
Uh-huh. That's another level.
You make me look tan. That's hard to do.
I did notice that as well. So
I mean, that is
it's rough. It looks like I'm wearing socks. It looks like I'm wearing Allen Iverson socks from 1993.
It looks like you're wearing compression socks to keep blood clots from forming.
And I'm not.
And he's not.
That's just good old Irish skin color right there, boys.
What was the last time that leg saw a sun?
Last summer, probably. I mean,
googly moogly.
I mean, I guess I've worn shorts for 6 days this year.
So, I didn't notice it at first. I saw that comment and went, "Oh, bother."
I noticed it aggressively when I saw that clip for the first time, and I went, nobody told me. Nobody said my legs were that bad. But here we are. Definitely, I'm gonna maybe call up and see what kind of self tanner I could use. Make those bad boys a little. Yeah, see, Megan's got me.
I will personally pay for a package of Mystic Tan for you.
Mystic Tan? What is that?
That's the stand-up spray tanner.
Oh, like from Friends, where Ross did it like 7 times on the one on the front side.
Yeah, that one. because I've done it. And I know there is less than zero chance you're going to follow the instructions appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
And it is no doubt going to hit you in the eyes and in the mouth. And I'll laugh forever because you cannot get the taste of that out of your mouth. That'll be worse than the bug.
I will go. I will 100% go.
I just want to see. I want to see Tank walk in here like George Hamilton and act like nobody knows. Be like you coming in here with a toupee.
Mm-hmm.
Just feeling good. Feel good. Look good.
Works for the president. I'll give it a try.
If we bought you a toupee, would you wear it?
No, I don't think I would. I mean, I'd probably try it on. I'm not sure it would stay because I don't know. To me, I just feel like I don't have a head, right? Like a head that's worthy of a toupee. Like you'd have to give me a full skull cap to be able to find something that works with this.
I mean, your head does come to a point.
It 100% it does. And I don't know. I mean, if the toupee has a little bit of padding that's going to round that thing out for me, maybe look
like
a little less like Sloth from the Goonies.
You would look like Peyton Manning if it rounded out. Because here's the thing: it's not going to cut the top of your head off, so it's going to build everything else up.
It should sit where a hairline used to be when I was 9.
Yeah, but your head is still pointed. That part's not going to go away, so your head would get. Boop. If we know anybody that makes toupees, get at me, bro.
Maybe you should call Chuck, see who his guy is. We are the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. You can hear us everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. You can see us everywhere on the old YouTubes. I'm loving it. The Kansas City Chiefs two-a-days. Full off-season recap. We're going through each and every team in the NFL, one AFC, one NFC, every day until we're done. We've made it about 5 days in on this thing, so we still got a long ways to go. If we haven't talked about
short time to get there.
Yep. If we haven't talked about your team yet, don't worry. We will get to it through the summer season here. The Kansas City Chiefs are a team that no one on the planet could have predicted a 6-11 record. We thought there'd be a step back. There was less talent last year, but I don't think anybody on the planet went, yeah, this is going to be one of the worst teams in the league. And that's what they were. At the end of the season, this team was dog doo.
Well, that's because Kansas City did that thing that, consistently bad teams don't do. They got to the end of the schedule. They went, hey, we're not making the playoffs. Cool. Let's lose 6 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Which they did.
Let's trot out Chris Olodokun and see how that worked.
Including getting annihilated by the Tennessee Titans.
Mm-hmm. Now, on the flip side, here's the thing. Patrick Mahomes got hurt. Yes, he is going to be healthy for early in the season.
I think week 1.
Right. Jeremy has said he stands on he'll be ready week 1. If he's not ready week 1, he'll be ready within the first 3 weeks of the season. No doubt about it. In my mind. Then you went out and got the Super Bowl MVP running back, Kenneth Walker III. But what else did we do in the offseason to help this team?
Well, I mean, Kenny Walker that's quite a start because this team couldn't run to save their lives.
Right.
You also added Emmett Johnson, which I don't ever hear anybody talk about. That's going to be a really nice 1-2 punch for that team. And they still have Brashard Smith from last year.
Mm-hmm.
They also have added a bunch of young guys offensively. Just looking at the receiver room. They drafted Jalen Royals last year, drafted Cyrus Allen this year. You had Jason Brownlee from the Jets that's still on this roster, Andrew Armstrong from Arkansas, and the into the mystical of Jeff Caldwell. Which he's 6'5", he runs a 4.33 40, and I do not understand why he just does not seem to care about football at all. But maybe Andy Reid can make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
You get a full year from Rashee Rice, should get a full year from Josh Simmons, and I cannot emphasize this enough, you got rid of one Jawan Taylor, the walking penalty himself. I don't care how Jalen Moore takes to right tackle. That's an improvement. You got Wanya Morris as your swing, Asa Poll that you either drafted or signed from last year. I can't remember which one. There's a lot to like about this team because now I feel like you've rounded off the edges that were so clunky from last year. Offensively, if Pat Mahomes is on the field, this team should be really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's untoward to say.
No. I think everybody expects that. But it can go wrong, as it kind of did last year. Tyquan Thornton as the 3 in the wide receiver room. I mean, do you like that? Do you like Tyquan Thornton at all as a receiver?
Not really.
Yeah, I don't really either.
Well, I mean,
that's the one hole that I look at and go, if you could upgrade there, I would like for you to have another tight end because Travis Kelce is 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot on a banana peel. And I would like for you to have a number 3 receiver because Jalen Royals is, to me, supposed to be a 4 or a 5.
Royals and Cyrus Allen are both interesting pieces because they're slot guys.
Mm-hmm.
Royals was running back. Cyrus Allen's just really seamless. He's not very big. I mean, the thing with Tyquan Thornton does that thing that Andy Reid has shown a real desire to have with Pat Mahomes. He's really, really fast.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to take the top off defenses because you can't let any one corner just run with him. Is he a great receiver? No, he basically runs 3 routes. Do I hate it? No. I mean, the kid averaged 23 yards a catch last year in a bad year for the offense. He adds something to it. He does what Xavier Worthy was supposed to do, and then people figured out something about Xavier Worthy, which is, he can't track a ball to save his life. And I think somebody tried to tell you that in the lead up to that draft, but you didn't seem to want to listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind it. By the way, you want to hear a fun stat about Xavier Worthy?
Yeah.
I just learned this the other day, and it kind of caught me off guard.
Okay.
The longest catch of his career was how long?
I don't know, 38 yards.
54 yards.
Okay.
He has that 54, a 50, 2 40s, and nothing else longer than 35 yards in his entire career.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody tells you, he's such a deep threat. No, he's fast. There's a huge difference between those two things. So, to the question you asked me, I like that Tyquan Thornton does give them, because he is a deep threat. That's all he is.
Mm-hmm.
Xavier Worthy's not. I've long laughed that people just miss on him routinely. Xavier Worthy's a guy you got to get the ball in his hand, and then he'll be really fast. And he can beat you to a corner. He can beat you to an edge. He's not going to beat you deep unless you just completely fall down.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good with that. I just think the receiver room is going to sort itself out.
Okay.
Because there are so many bullets in the gun. And I know nobody wants to hear me do the deepy dive on Kansas City. But, I mean, there's so many guys here that I think are NFL-level receivers. Nico Remigio, he's not, but he's the kick returner, so he's going to have a spot on the roster. I think Armstrong's an NFL-level receiver. I think Caldwell is. I think Brownlee is. And then Royals and Allen. And I think they just become interchangeable pieces.
Okay.
Kansas City wants to run a track meet on the field. And that's hard to do. I think they're going to keep 7 receivers. I don't know what they're going to keep at tight end. I can't put my thumb on that one. I can tell you this much. They're not keeping 4 quarterbacks.
No, certainly not.
If Pat Mahomes is ready to go week 1, I won't be shocked if Justin Fields is not on this team. Because I don't think he adds anything. Are you going to take Pat Mahomes? I heard this when that trade happened. We can run a Wildcat package with Justin Fields. Stop. First of all, name me the team in the NFL that actually does that. 2, are you honest to God telling me you take Pat Mahomes off the field to run Justin Fields?
No, we will
stop.
We will commit old man Reed in a heartbeat for that.
Justin Fields was a in case of emergency, break glass. And if this does not, if Mahomes is ready, the backup's Garrett Nussmeier and Chris Lodekin. And I fully believe that.
Yeah, I would imagine.
You've got a lot in that running back room. I think they're going to be a way better running team. Look, Kansas City's funny because they're the living definition of what we talk about with other teams. They don't draft as well as you think they do. They draft really well on the interior of the offensive line. Obviously, they can identify a quarterback. They have not drafted running backs well. They've been hit or miss on receivers, and tight ends have not been great. Tackles have not been great. We're assuming Josh Simmons is going to become that guy. I don't know that. I believe it very adamantly. But they are thin-ish on the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
I think with Pohl, Norzad, Caliendo, and Wanya Morris, that's probably the four backups that you carry on the roster. That's fine. It's nothing to write home about, but it's fine. And the starting line now, I think, is improved. If nothing else, because you're going to get that full season out of Simmons, and you now have Jalen Moore where he probably is going to go for the long haul. It's the only way he ends up back on the left side is if Simmons gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And offensively, I think you'll be back to business as largely usual. It's the defense where I think things changed pretty aggressively.
All right. Trying to get back to the top of the heap, because last year certainly was not the Super Bowl caliber effort that we saw, and it wasn't even that before Patrick went down. I think some people gloss over that, is that this team wasn't really good with Patrick Mahomes.
They were poorly built last year.
Now you've plugged some holes, and the defensive side is a good example of that. We'll talk about it when we come back here on ESPN Asheville. You're in the Sportsocracy.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, Bills. That's Bills. Enter it now.
Log on to ESPNAVL.com to play, and good luck.
Spring cleaning meets hosting season with Zero Res. Get carpets cleaned for just $35 per room, and stairs are now only $35 too. Plus, take $50 off air duct cleaning. Book now at ZeroResAsheville.com and get guest ready today.
Hello, I'm Robert Smigel. I did lots of things. Cartoons on SNL, Conan stuff, Triumph the Insult Comic Dog, some movies. But now I'm past my peak. So I'm hosting a podcast, Humor Me with Robert Smigel and Friends. Each week, me and my favorite comedians, writers, and whatnots help regular people just like you, presuming you're regular, who have some project or task that they'd like us to help make funnier.
Search Humor Me on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
This season isn't a reset, it's a reminder that champions don't disappear. They reload, and the 2026 Atlanta Braves are ready.
And a piercing shot to deep left field, and all the way gone!
The Atlanta Braves are back, chopping toward another playoff run.
Here comes some late-night dynamite here at Truist Park!
The Mountains' home for Braves baseball is ESPN Asheville. Proudly brought to you by Parks Ford of Hendersonville.
News Radio 570 WWNC. Now on FM.
Isn't it great?
Ooh, that's how it always starts. But then later there's running and screaming.
92.9 FM.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
The Ingalls Advantage isn't just about savings or the best quality food for your family. It's more than that. It's the advantage of being a part of a community. That's why we provide over 2 million pounds of food every year through regular donations and programs like the Ingalls Giving Tree, Food for Thought, and the Ingalls Fill a Backpack program. It's the right thing to do, and we know that you would do the same. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
Let's open up the whole can and kick ass and kill them all. Let the paramedics sort them out.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville.
Tank just had one of those moments where he looked at me like, how has no one shot you at some point in your life?
No, it's just, when you think, so you think you've heard all of the Jeremy stories, and then a new one comes out, and you go, holy hell, there was another banger in there. Like, it's just like it's like listening to a Creed album. I knew he'd like that one.
That's the single smartest thing he's ever said on the show.
It's like, holy hell, we're on track 8, and I haven't got to a bad one yet. It's great. It's great.
I've lived a fun life. What can I say?
You have been through some adventures. I
will say, most people just take one look at my wife and go, I'll bet that guy's fun to hang out with. Because he convinced her to marry him.
Yep.
Which means that dude has seen some stuff and things.
He's seen some things. Let's go to the defensive side of the ball for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Colin, resident Kansas City Chiefs fan. With a super chat.
Okay.
He said, make sure you talk about the new coaches on the offensive side with Chad O'Shea as the new receivers coach, DeMarco Murray as the new running backs coach, along with new offensive coordinator, Eric Bieniemy. That's actually the thing that scares me the most. That is the single thing that scares me the most.
Is it Bieniemy's back?
Andy's still the czar of this.
Yeah.
And anybody that doesn't believe that, I got a bridge to sell you. I felt like there were times last year that the sounding board wasn't right. You know how I feel about Matt Nagy. I'm not, I never have been, never will be a Matt Nagy guy.
Right.
I felt like at times, when you're a bit of a mad scientist, the way that Andy Reid is, you need somebody to tell you, no, you cannot do that. It worked with Eric Bieniemy. He's back. Hopefully it works again. There's a lot of new faces on this team that I don't know. I would like to know the dynamic in the room. How many of you does he really value your opinion? Like DeMarco Murray coming from Oklahoma, does that something weird happens in the running back room? Is he really trusting DeMarco Murray, or is it him? Or is he deferring it to Eric Bieniemy? Those are little things that nobody ever talks about, but there's a lot of discrepancy on this team that hasn't been there in the past. That does scare me a little bit for the offense.
I mean, is it wrong for me to feel like this is the best possible scenario here? Is that we go back to what we know? Like, because Bieniemy was here, and then he went off and did some other things. And now he's back. We just turned the clock back to 3 years ago.
Now, I will say, Chad O'Shea, if you're going to bring in a guy, that's a real good one. I mean, a real good. Chad O'Shea's been has been a football coach almost as long as I've been alive, and he's only 53 years old. That should tell you everything you need to know about that guy in one nutshell. And he's been around the Chiefs before. He's been with the Vikings, the Browns. He's been an offensive coordinator in this league. That's a good voice to have in the room. Some of the others I don't know how to feel about just because it's their first bite at the apple. I don't know what it's going to look like. And I have seen some coaches on staff with Andy Reid that I didn't necessarily, that voice was getting heard.
Mm-hmm.
Could be they're not a great coach. I don't know. Chad O'Shea, dude.
Well, it's also
I'm glad Colin
you're not Andy Reid,
100%,
and you're not even Eric Bieniemy, right? We have that relationship. We've been working together for years. Who are you, DeMarco Murray, to come in and tell us how to run our offense or our running back room or whatever?
That's a great way to say that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of familiar with Kansas City and some new guys, and I'm just curious to see how that integrates.
Right.
That's a better way to say it.
But even in an established place like this, I mean, does that cause an uproar that could upend the apple cart? Because I can't imagine that a guy like DeMarco Murray, with even, his career in the NFL is what it is, and we all know who he is, But when he comes into a room like that, how is he treated? I mean, I wouldn't imagine that Andy treats him with anything but respect and those things. But when we're having a philosophical discussion on how this offense needs to run, okay, DeMarco, I'm going to need you to sit back for a second and let's just – we know how – we've won Super Bowls together, right? Before your voice gets brought up in this, let's just temper the expectation of how big of a voice you have in that room.
I'm just interested to see how it all integrates.
Sure. Okay. All right.
Not necessarily. I said fear. I probably shouldn't have said fear.
Okay.
It's just an interesting nugget to me.
Gotcha. All right, let's talk about the defensive side of the ball for Kansas City.
I love what they did defensively. I love it so much.
Obviously, there was the draft pick of Mansoor Delane. The trade up to get Delane. We forecasted it. You did it. It made all the sense in the world. What beyond that?
Mm-hmm. Because I think the secondary with Alohi Gilman and Mansoor Delane, fact or fiction, that's as good, if not better, than Trent McDuffie and Brian Cook.
Potentially, yes.
Potentially,
I mean,
yes. Obviously, I don't know. I think Alohi Gilman gives you some the combination of him and Connor and Jaden Hicks gives you the opportunity to do more things. I was never a huge Brian Cook guy. I always felt like he was kind of miscast with Spagnuolo. So I didn't think it was a huge loss. Now I'm looking at there's a lot of multiplicity to this. I also am looking at Noel Williams, who's going to get he's got another year under his belt. He was good last year. I think he's going to be real good this year.
Agreed.
You added Cater Kohu in the slot, experienced guy. I like that. Then we get to the front, and that front seven is different because now I've added R. Mason Thomas. I added Ashton Giote last year. That, to me, is a nice foursome of pass rushers because I'm not huge on Anadike Azama. I think Karlaftis is good, not great. I think I said in the offseason that Karlaftis is all of the mediocre of Trey Hendrickson, but he never has that great.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a bad player. It's just a guy that I took in the first round. I expect him to be a little bit more impactful than that.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get to the thing that this team did that I think is going to change everything for them. We always had a problem of what was next to Chris Jones. You went out and got Kyrus Tonga. You drafted Omar Norman Lott last year, basically gave him a redshirt year. You drafted Peter Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Now the interior of this defense, I think, is one of the best things they do. I think it is one of the best things they do, which only makes Chris Jones better as he's getting on up in years. I love this. I always, and this is me selfishly, I invest a lot into the draft. When I look at a defense and I see guys like, even second stringer guys, Jeffrey Bassa, Jaden Hicks, R. Mason Thomas, those are all guys that I would have, if I was the GM of a team, those are guys I would have been looking for ways to get on my team. I really like that. That's a selfish thing from me, but it's the truth. Especially from a team with Kansas City that's been – Kansas City's been a little more hit or miss in the draft than people want to acknowledge.
Mm-hmm.
But I love what they did this year. And then even late in the class, you had an Emmett Johnson, Cyrus Allen, Garrett Nussmeier. Those were all top-of-the-board guys when you came up. I think you added a nice influx of talent on the offense, but really on the defense. And I just love it. I think our Mason Thomas is going to be a menace on the opposite side of Jones. And I'm telling you, there's going to be a front with this team, and I think it happens on pass rushing downs where you're going to have Guillotte, Jones, R. Mason Thomas, and Omar Norman Lott. And that is going to be really tough for teams to deal with.
Yeah. Hard to keep that kind of speed off of your quarterback.
I think that's going to be really tough. Really tough to deal with. I think Kansas City fixed a lot of their problems on the defense. Now, the question is, how good can this team be? And there's a caveat here of what does the return timetable look like for Patrick Mahomes. We always end these with the schedule. Schedule comes out tomorrow. This will be the next to last team that we do without knowing the schedule. And I did this on purpose because there's a tale of two cities with Kansas City. What happens if Mahomes is ready week 1? What happens if he's ready week 5? I'm on record. It's 1 for me. But we'll talk it out.
Yep. The Kansas City Chiefs season will start exactly 4 months from tomorrow. September the 14th, Monday Night Football, they will open up the season. Take a look at how they'll do through 17 weeks when we come back.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
All right, showers, thunder, showers going to roll on in here as we head on through this evening, and it looks like we are going to see numbers get close to 78 degrees, so just be careful as you're traveling out and about this evening and early tonight. And overnight we will clear. It'll be breezy in upper 40s by Thursday morning. Much cooler day Thursday, sunshine, breezy, upper 60s. Friday morning in the upper 30s to low 40s, then mostly sunny near 80 later. A little warmer over the weekend. From the Weather Channel, Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
You know what your customers are doing right this second? The exact same thing you are, listening to me. Which, let's be honest, is kind of flattering. But my point is, ads on iHeartRadio actually get heard. In the car, at the gym, on the couch, while people are walking their dogs. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. That's right. You're a good boy. So why not make the next ad about you? Get started today. Call 844-844-iHeart or go to iHeartAdvertising.com. That's 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
That red talkback mic on the free iHeart app, it's more powerful than it looks. One tap can get you in the conversation.
You guys, are you serious?
Enter to win something amazing.
That $1,000.
Or just a request.
What up?
Try it now. Just open the free iHeart Radio app.
When morning has broken, along with the news, start with the facts and a laugh. First News on 570 with Mark Starling and Tank Spencer. Now on 570 and 92.9 FM.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
I'm David.
And I'm Christina.
And this is our Ingalls story.
Ginger's Revenge is a brewery located in Asheville, North Carolina that specializes in the production of hard ginger beer.
So we use all natural, whole ingredients, and I think that really sets us apart.
Ingles is an amazing partner for us to work with. A lot of our fans know that they can go to Ingles and find a lot of the flavors that we have available, and they just make it really easy for folks to purchase local products.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
Hello, everybody. This is good old JR Jim Ross, WWE Hall of Famer. Boy, these boys are smart. You talk about goofier than a pet coon. Let me tell you something. This show is a legitimate slobber knocker.
It's goofier than a pet coon. You gotta try to figure out how to work that into usual conversation. That's everybody's homework for the week. I want you to have a conversation with someone that you know, but you don't like they don't know you, right? Like you may be a person that's like us, like you got a little humor about you, and you're just trying to get a chuckle out of people. I want you to go up to somebody that you don't really know and try to work in the phrase "goofier than a pet coon" and see what their reaction is, because I feel like this could be hilarious.
The views of Mr. Spencer do not reflect the rest of the Sportsocracy or the entity on the whole.
What do you mean?
So if you get your keister kicked for saying some weird excrement, people, that's on you.
Preferably, it would be like a boss, like you're like a higher up boss than your usual day to day one-on-one boss.
See, I don't have one of those, so I don't have the ability to do that.
That is very true.
That's why they call me Boss Baby.
Precisely.
Because I am a baby.
But also, Jeremy's not a good one to use in this scenario because Jeremy would walk into a meeting with the Prime Minister of Germany and go, goofier than a pet coon, and just walk out. And they're sitting there like, is that war? Are we going to war now? What just happened?
I'd walk into a meeting with the President of the United States and go, your hair's stupid. And I'd blow a big vape cloud right in his face and go, see ya.
I don't know about that one. Somehow I doubt that one, but
I'm not scared of much.
Oh, I'm sure. I wouldn't say you were scared. I'm just saying if you got the chance to meet old DJT, I think your reaction might be a little different. Just a little.
Maybe.
Anyhow.
Never know.
All right, the not Arizona Cardinals, the Kansas City Chiefs. Two-a-days here in the Sportsocracy. The Kansas City Chiefs' schedule this year?
We know one game.
We know the first one.
Mm-hmm.
September the 14th. They will open up the season on Monday Night Football.
You know what that tells me? When that game was such a kerfuffle to figure out whether it was going to be in Denver or Kansas City, and it landed in Kansas City, you know what that tells me?
What's that?
They know the same thing I do. Pat Mahomes is going to be on the field.
Could be.
He's going to be on the field because you wouldn't schedule that game if he wasn't.
I wouldn't.
Because I'm sorry, I don't want to see maybe Bo Nix, quite possibly Jared Stidham against Justin Fields. And I had to have some pretty considerable concessions to make sure that wasn't what I was getting.
Right.
I mean, I've said this. I know people close to Pat Mahomes. He's going to be on the field.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you what I know or how I know it. Let me just put it this way. He's going to be there.
The recovery looks good.
Recovery looks real good.
Yeah. So week 1 against Denver at home. And then the schedule from there on out, I mean, it's hard for me not to go ahead and pencil you in for a prime playoff spot.
There's a lot of winnable games on this.
Most definitely. I get Vegas at home, obviously. I get Vegas away. Yeah, so, I mean, that's two.
To start, let's just do the games where I don't care when they're played, where they're at on the schedule. I don't care. 2 with the Raiders, 1 at home against the Cardinals, 1 at home against the Colts, 1 at home against the Jets. on the road against the Falcons, on the road against the Dolphins. That's 7 wins that I would borderline bet my house on.
Yep.
If you'd give me 6.5, I would bet my house on it. So now, with the other 10 games, which is home and away with the Chargers and the Broncos, at home against the San Francisco 49ers, who I think you are way better than, at home against the New England Patriots, who I think you are on par with, if not better than, on the road in Seattle, that one's tough. On the road in L.A., that one's tough. On the road in Buffalo, that one's tough. On the road in Cincinnati's tough. I need 3 more wins to be a playoff team, which is what raises the question. How do they stack the schedule? If Pat's back, which week 1, which that Bronco game tells me the NFL's 99% he's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You go home against Denver. Let's say you go on the road. It's got to be a team I don't know is playing at home. I feel like the Raiders would be. Let's say you go on the road Cincinnati in week 2. Cincinnati is a notoriously slow starting team. I feel like you're going to be 2-0. You're off to a great start, and I've already got one of those 3 wins. I need to get to 10-7, make it back to the playoffs. You sprinkle in a couple of those winnable games, this team could be 4-0, 4-1, first month of the season. We're back. Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back to Kansas City being 1, 2, or 3 in the power rankings every single week, because that's where it'll be.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, to me, was an aberration. I said it repeatedly last year. Get your shots in while you can on the Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. These are too good of a franchises, and they have too good of quarterbacks for this to be a residual thing. Now, are there going to be growing pains? Absolutely. I don't know that the defense is going to be great to start. I don't know that they're going to be as malleable with Mansoor Delane as they were with Trent McDuffie. Trent McDuffie played inside, outside. Who is the best receiver on that team? Do they trust him that much off the jump? I would say probably not.
Mm-hmm.
So then I get a little deeper into the schedule. Okay, find me the teams that I don't want to deal with their slot receiver, because I'm not ready to put Mansoor Delane playing both yet. So now I'm looking at Seattle, L.A., Buffalo to a point, Cincinnati to a point because they can play Chase out of the slot, which could be problematic.
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati I'm not overly worried about early because they don't start well. There's just a lot of nice ways this could go.
When you said L.A., did you mean the Rams or the Chargers or both?
I meant the Rams, but
I think both kind of fall into that category.
I'm not worried about I'm not in any way worried about Ladd McConkey.
Okay.
Cater Kohu can deal with Ladd McConkey. Cater Kohu can't deal with Jamar Chase or Puka Nacua or I'm just looking at the ones on the schedule that I can think of off the top of my head. He can deal with Josh Downs. Josh Downs is a good player, but Cater Kohu is I think a good slot in this league. The ones I'm worried about are seeing the Amon-Ra's and guys like that's a number 1 receiver that plays out of the slot, and I don't feel comfortable yet taking this rookie and putting him in a position where he has to play both. Because that's how I think this is going to go. So you start backstacking some of those slot-heavy teams. I mean, Kansas City could be 12-5, 13-4. It wouldn't shock me in the least. I want to get San Francisco out of the way early because I'm not worried of anything there. I want to get Indianapolis. I want to get Arizona. I want to get some wins. I want to get some reps under these young guys. I want to get Peter Woods acclimated, figure out what the best way to use all of these pieces is, who plays best with who. That's what I want to do early. And to me, you don't have to start the schedule slowly to do that. You just have to avoid certain kinds of teams.
I was going to say, I feel like Spags already has about half of that worked out. And through 4 weeks of training camp, I think he'll be ready to go. I just feel like there's
it's different when you see it on the field.
I just feel like there's so many more multiple opportunities.
There are.
Right? You have so much flexibility with the players that you have because, I mean, Chris Jones is a utility knife on that on that defensive line. And Peter Woods is not that, but he is I don't know. The big Swiss Army knives that that like your scout leader had back in the day that had like 74 attachments on it, and it was about, I don't know, 4 inches thick. I feel like Peter Woods is like the little one. He's that little Swiss Army knife that only has about 8 things on it, but it's still about as useful.
Here's my question. At 32 years old, can I take that snap count from Chris Jones down?
Yes.
Because that's what I want.
Yes.
That's been the whole objective here. Because if you look at the way snap counts broke down last year, and I'm going to use an example of a guy that I just so happened to know his was about where I want it.
Okay.
Chris Jones played 761 snaps last year. 265 was against the run. You know who I want that to look more like?
Who?
Quinnen Williams. He played 640 snaps. And that may sound super myopic. That 100 snaps, first of all, it's like a little over 5 a week. 6 a week, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge deal. Because then those pass rush snaps where I'm taking away some of the rundown snaps. And it's not necessarily the number, it's more the percentage. I want Chris Jones to play somewhere in the neighborhood of 650-ish snaps would be ideal for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I want it to be 3-to-1 pass down to rundown. I think Kyrus Tonga allows you to do that. I think Peter Woods allows you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have that last year. You just didn't have the ability because when Chris Jones came off the field, that defense was straight up different. I'll tell you another one, George Karlaftis. Karlaftis played almost 800 snaps last year.
That's too much.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Nobody else on that front outside of those two played more than 485. Ashton Giate was at 485. When you have depth and you have pass rush specialists, you have rundown specialists, and it's super obvious to me looking at what Kansas City did in the offseason, they're seeing this the same way I am. There are going to be specified packages, units that go up against early down run, and we're not going to ask Chris Jones to do that as much because he's getting older and he's an elite pass rusher that can play inside and out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there is an element of this that we haven't talked about because I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay.
What happens if Pat misses the first 4 weeks of the season? I'm not going pup list 6 weeks. I just don't think that's in the realm of possibility.
Right. But does it matter all that much?
Depends on who you play.
Okay, sure. If you get the easy games in the first 4 weeks, that's what I want. You give me the easiest schedule you can early so I get to play with Justin Fields or whoever. I guess it'll be Justin Fields that'll start because I'm not going to trust Garrett Nussmeier to do it. And Chris Alodican, I saw what that was last year.
Yeah,
and why you're here?
Read that book? I'm good. You're Pat's golf partner?
Exactly.
That's all you're here for.
You're here to play golf with Pat and keep him happy because you're one of his best good friends. I'm going to roll with Justin Fields, and I hope to God you load up all those easy games early in the season if that were the case. We know you're not going to get one week 1. We know you're getting a tough test on week 1.
And that's how different things can be. All right, so if it's Fields those first 4 weeks, and let's play the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's Justin Fields against Joe Burrow. I don't care how bad Cincinnati is in September. I don't like that for you.
Yeah, no.
Especially with them having 2 monsters in the middle now.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have before.
Mm-hmm.
You get Buffalo early, and you're one of the first couple games that they play in that new stadium. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Without Pat, I don't like that at all. And that's why Kansas City, to me, is one of those teams that I'm really going to narrow in on that live tomorrow night when we're talking about the schedule of what does this look like for Kansas City? Where does it go? How does it look?
Mm-hmm.
And I will say I'm going to play it out both ways. Next week when we go through the schedule, because we'll go directional each day. So the East will be one day, West will be one day, North will be one day, South will be one day. Next week.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you have to go through the schedule. Pat's there week 1. Pat doesn't come back until week 5. And I think it's going to be a significant difference. Unless they play 3 teams that aren't very good against the run.
Yeah.
And you start Denver, Arizona, San Francisco, woo. God, you better hope Pat Mahomes is there week 1. It's hard to find at Miami.
Yeah.
It's hard to find teams that are not good against the run on this schedule.
I guess my thought is, how many of those games do you have to win?
2. If you miss Pat the first 4 weeks of the season, depending on how it goes. I mean, because I think you can beat some of these teams with Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
You can beat Miami with Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
You can beat Indianapolis. You can beat San Francisco.
That'd be tougher, but sure.
It's at home.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot for you.
You should.
I'm just not worried about it. But this could set up in a way you play 3 contenders in the first 4 weeks, because I already know you're getting 1.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting 1 in Denver week 1, and I feel pretty sure Bo.
But even if we started out 1-3, right, we end up getting an easy one there in the first 4 weeks, and Patrick misses. Even if we started 1-3, we still have plenty of time, right? I mean, this team's ready to roll once he goes, isn't it? Barring injury.
It's not that simple for me.
Okay.
It's not that simple for me. I'm telling you, the first 4 weeks of their season will tell you everything you need to know. And then we just wait with bated breath to hear, is Pat on track to be there week 1?
Yeah. But are we talking the difference between playoff team and not a playoff team? Or are we talking, okay, all right. That's all I want to know, because I look at this team and I go, this team on paper with what you have in place and the schedule that you're facing, you should be a no-doubt playoff team. What I'm considering is whether or not you're a playoff team or whether you're not the 1 seed or you're the favorite to win it all.
I'm glad you said that. I don't see 1 seed in the range of possibilities.
Okay.
I really don't. Because I've done this with too many of these teams already where I'm looking at the schedule going, if you lose 2 games, you've done this wrong. I mean, even playing the law of averages, there are teams in the AFC that I can't get past 13-4 because the high side of the AFC is really good. And you get a couple of these teams, Houston's a really good defensive team. I don't know if you've looked at their schedule. They don't play a ton of high-level quarterbacks. Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter are going to haunt the nightmares of a lot of teams on that schedule. And so that's where that first 4 weeks is so important, because you cut out all of the margin of error. As I said earlier, there are 7 games to me that you should win no matter who the quarterback is. Mm-hmm. As long as it's not a Lodekin, I don't really care. But you got to win 3 of those other 10 games on the schedule. And they're all teams that can beat you. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them are on the road. You take out a couple of those home games where you lose to Denver, which is one of the home games that would be in that 10. Mm-hmm. You take out, let's say, San Francisco. San Francisco comes in and beats Justin Fields. Now you're looking at all these other games going, ugh. Now we're scrambling. We got to be 500 in these toss-up games just to make the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Take the 1 seed completely out of it because the margin of error is gone.
Yeah,
I got to win them all now.
Well, yeah, you're going to be in a dogfight with Cincinnati or Buffalo and the Chargers, just for an example. Those are the 3 teams that you got to be better than to make the playoffs.
That's the thing about the AFC is that it's so top-heavy because the bottom is so bad. You have to beat those teams. Mm-hmm. And you got to basically split with the teams that are in your weight class. And if you don't, you're in trouble.
Yep.
No Pat early is a bad start.
Yep.
It's not a death knell, but it makes the season a lot harder to make the math work.
By the way, I believe all of those teams I just mentioned, they do play in the season, mm-hmm. and those head-to-head games are going to come to play.
And then you get into tiebreaker.
Sure, yeah.
You lose to Cincinnati, now you lose every heads-up tiebreaker with them unless it's a 3-way tie.
Yep.
That's why the schedule's so important. And everybody that says, oh, it's the stupidest thing we do. No, it's not. The stupidest thing we do is grading draft picks the next day. Don't forget it. And yes, we do that every year too.
No doubt about it. You are in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. We'll be back with you tomorrow at noon. And tonight, last chance for me to tell you the thing that you should be doing tonight, heading downtown Harrah's Cherokee Center, Asheville, AEW Dynamite in town. We will see you tomorrow at noon. Tell you all about it.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
All right, showers, thunder, showers going to roll on in here as we head on through this evening, and it looks like we are going to see numbers get close to 78 degrees, so just be careful as you're traveling out and about this evening and early tonight. And overnight we will clear. It'll be breezy in upper 40s by Thursday morning. Much cooler day Thursday, sunshine, breezy, upper 60s. Friday morning in the upper 30s to low 40s, then mostly sunny near 80 later. A little warmer over the weekend. From the Weather Channel, Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
This is Small Business Month. Hey, it's Tank Spencer, and all this month, ESPN Asheville is celebrating the small businesses that keep our community strong. With the help of Air Vent Exteriors, we're giving all local shops a chance to get in front of more customers. This month, nominate a small business that makes a difference in Western North Carolina. And if that business is chosen, they win a $100 Amazon gift card and a $2,500 ad campaign on our iHeartRadio Asheville stations. Nominations are open. Just go to ESPNAVL.com.
This month, the team at Air Vent Exteriors is excited to celebrate our 40-year history as a small, locally owned company and to applaud all the other locally owned businesses that provide so many benefits to our very own community. We don't just celebrate local companies, we support them by buying our supplies in our own backyard. We source our awning metal from Duncan, our powder coating from Asheville, and our fabric awning material from Anderson. Air Vent Exteriors encourages you to support the communities in your backyard and to visit airventexteriors.com.
Why would you wait another day to handle your IRS issue? Stop procrastinating. It's only going to get worse. These guys are out for blood and will take your paycheck, money out your bank account. Man, they'll even take your freedom. The worst part? Most people facing IRS collections didn't even know they had options. Here's the good news. If you owe back taxes, have on-file returns, or you're under audit, you may qualify for the programs that can reduce your debt, sometimes dramatically. And here's the reality. You don't have to wait. The longer you delay, the more aggressive the IRS can become. That's where Republic Tax Relief comes in. They deal with the IRS every single day, and they know how to stop collections fast. Republic Tax Relief is veteran-owned, experienced, and A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau. And your first call? Completely free. But don't wait. Every day matters. Call Republic Tax Relief now at 800-281-8559. That's 800-281-8559 or visit republictaxrelief.com.
The Atlanta Braves are rocking into the 2026 season. When lights are on, the Braves are on. Asheville's Real Rock 105.1. Brought to you by Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise at ParksFordHendersonville.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! When you're a grocery store, hunger has no place in your community. That's why at Ingalls, we donate over 2 million pounds of food every year to those who need it. It's the right thing to do, and we know you do the same. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
ESPN Asheville. Yeah. WPEK Fairview. WMXF Waynesville. An iHeart radio station.